and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008, and attorney-knoxville.com.
Fires the ball down the middle. Jason Swain.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
And for a Tennessee touchdown.
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is right here. I'm Josh Ward. We'll talk some Tennessee football today. Oklahoma week continues on. Jason Swain.
That's right. That's right. Another day of preparation for both teams. Another day of speculation from the fans. Trash talk between the two fan bases. Nothing like college football, man. And this is what we sign up for when we decide to invest emotionally, financially in college football. We want the big time matchups. Last week was last week. Good for the kiddos. Good for a lot of players on Tennessee's team. If not all of them got a chance to play. But this is why we love college football, the big time matchups, and we get that this weekend.
So Tennessee will play at Oklahoma on Saturday night. Jason Swain will be there. He'll be on the sidelines. 7:30 kickoff. Big national coverage on ABC Saturday night when Tennessee welcomes Oklahoma into the SEC.
Yep. Oklahoma's going to welcome us into their stadium.
Yeah.
And then we will welcome Oklahoma into the SEC.
Is Tennessee going to bring a gift?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a welcome gift, right?
Yep. Boots. Or belt.
Both.
Yeah.
Why not? And when you head out to Oklahoma,
We bring in the boots. They already got the A or the butt. We're bringing the boots to the butt.
so that they can meet.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we're bringing our boots or our belt, one of the two. But we got it. Mm-hmm.
We invite you to be a part of the show. Call or text in this afternoon at 865-656-9900. We'll see what you think about the game. Getting closer, the first really highly anticipated game of the season, Tennessee at Oklahoma, to open up SEC play. 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. Swain, there was news with Tennessee football that came out earlier this morning, and it started to get some national attention. And I don't think Tennessee will be the only school with this kind of news.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tennessee might be more transparent than some schools are with this type of update. But Tennessee, with an announcement to they sent out via email and have since released a video as well with Danny White talking about it. But it's an announcement of an increase in season ticket pricing for next year. So starting in 2025, and it comes to an average 14.5% increase with the price of tickets at Neyland Stadium for next season. The news item, though, that really comes out of it, because increase in tickets, that's not uncommon. Mm-hmm. But with the announcement, Tennessee made it clear that there will be an additional 10% increase per seat on all single-game tickets and season tickets plus donations as a talent fee, as they are describing it, to help fund the revenue-sharing pool for athletes that could come as early as 2025. There are still some details that have to be worked out for everything to be finalized with the settlement, with the NCAA case. So the timeline is not known exactly with revenue sharing, but they are planning for that to begin in 2025. So starting next year, there will be a talent fee with an additional 10% increase per seat that Tennessee announced, and Tennessee wanted to be transparent in that. They could have just announced the increase, and you see this number. Tennessee made it clear of what a portion of that increase will go to, a 10% per seat fee described as a talent fee to help pay the players.
I think the fans deserve the transparency. Tennessee fans have been loyal throughout all the mess, the clutter, the embarrassment. Danny White gets here. He tells the fans to be positive, text a friend, and folks were in their feelings about that. And folks were just jaded. And then I think people when they realize that positive results first comes from positive thinking, and that's how Danny has been able to build this athletic program the right way, and everyone moving in the same direction. Like, people understand, like, oh yeah, that was important in day one, step one. Danny has upheld his end of the bargain to give us a better product on the playing surface, whether it's basketball or baseball or whatever. Like, he has given our coaches the resources to be successful. Our fans have done everything to support our players. They have engaged with the volunteer club, the Boost Her Club, to make sure our student athletes understand that they are loved, they are appreciated. But college sports is changing, and this thing is going to go in-house at some point, where athletes are going to be employees. It's going to happen as sooner than later. And Tennessee continuing to prove that they're forward-thinking, that they're thinking ahead. Think about where we are from an NIL standpoint, the top programs in the country, the top teams in the country that have been prepared with NIL. There's some teams right now, Power 5 teams, big brand programs that are still in the dust when it comes to NIL. So we've been ahead of the curve when it comes to that. But it's going to change again. And with us kind of forecasting what's about to happen, I think, unfortunately, for the fans that feel like they've been priced out, this is the best move. I understand how important games like this past weekend was for not only the kids, but for fans that may not be able to afford the Alabama game, may not be able to afford the Florida game, may not be able to afford some of those other games where 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you could afford them. Prices are changing. It costs to have a winner, and there's a lot of things that need to be paid for. There's players, there's facilities. You can't really have one without the other, even though the players is a bigger priority. But I appreciate the transparency. It's not comfortable for some. For some folks, it doesn't matter. But for others who are clawing and scratching and trying to rub two pennies together to find ways to be able to get season tickets, this doesn't make things easier. So the best thing you can do is be transparent, and that's what Tennessee is doing.
Yeah, for any fan that is not happy with the news of having to pay more money if they're already paying a good amount, I don't have anything to say, yeah, you should feel better about a price increase. I do appreciate the transparency of what it is. As I saw Seth Emerson note, he covers Georgia for The Athletic, that Georgia announced its ticket price hike 2 weeks ago. It specifically said it had little to do with revenue sharing. And I don't know what the percentage increase is, but I have a hard time believing it has little to do. I would think that it's at least in mind when you think about any kind of increase in price at this point. That would apply to any school if you were going to be taking part, because you have to opt in, and big-time schools are going to opt in like Tennessee, like Georgia. So I don't cover Georgia. I don't know exactly what's going on there. But Tennessee is doing this to raise money to pay players, and they told the fans that's what's happening. So fans who don't like it, I don't really have anything to tell you to make you like it. Some fans are saying, hey, if you win, then I'm okay with this.
You win, I'm all in.
And if Tennessee doesn't win, those fans are not going to be happy about it, and I think Danny White and everybody at Tennessee knows that too.
And
so
they shouldn't be.
Winning is the priority. With that comes a cost, and with the cost comes a big expectation.
That's the agreement. You win, I'm in. If you don't, then I'm not going to participate as much. And I think that's a really, really fair agreement. I think we also need to mention, for so long, programs were booster dependent, where you have a couple boosters that donated a bunch of money and that pay for players, that pay for renovations. We are past those times. It's really not fair to depend on the Hasms of the world, the Charlie Andersons of the world, the Larry Pratts of the world, to foot the bill for the things that we all have to accomplish. Like, we can't do that anymore. I know they're rich, and you feel like that they'll be okay. It's their money. They work hard for their money. They like to keep some of it. They got grandkids and great-grandkids and great grandkids they want to, take care of. They got things they want to do, and organizations they want to help. That's their money. We shouldn't feel like we are owed that money to the University of Tennessee. So we can't be booster dependent like we used to be. You have to spread some of the responsibility if we want to be one of those programs that year in and year out will attract the best recruits in the country, the David Sanders of the world, the Nico Iamaleavas of the world. If you want to continue to attract those, not just in football, but in other sports too, it's going to take revenue. It's going to take that for baseball. It's going to take that for women's basketball. We got to get women's basketball back up because I'm out here tired of getting, skull dragged by South Carolina, and it's not even competitive anymore. Like enough is enough. Enough is enough. This is the home of Pat Summit. Enough is enough. So there's things we have to do in order to be the school that we want to be, and it's money. So we can't be booster dependent like we used to be.
But fans are going to have increased expectations, and I think that is fair as well.
Dang right. When I go to a 5-star restaurant, which I don't think I've been to one in a long time, let's say 4-star. But when I go to a nice restaurant and the prices are high, I expect great service. And when I don't get great service, I got some questions. Manager, let me holler at you. I got some questions. And it should be no different here. You want me to pay more money? Cool. I need to see the same level of winning, if not more.
Yep.
Cool.
You better produce.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Fair. The only thing that's constant is change. It used to be this way. Well, it used to be I can get gas for 99 cents. Well, you can't anymore. Well, it used to be I could buy tickets and get season tickets and team was winning. Well, them days are gone now. And if you don't want to go to the game, I totally get it. I understand. But for those who do want to go and want to continue to buy season tickets, at least at least the university that you love and support is being transparent with you and say, hey, man, we got to pay these players. we got to pay these players. As simple as that. We can't do everything that we want to do by, asking our donors to foot the bill all the time. And think about this before we go to break. Think about all the money, and it's not just Tennessee. It's all over the country. Think about all the money donors have wasted paying for a player only for the players to stink. Because no one's talking about that.
It's definitely happened.
You ain't getting your money back. And those boosters have continued to give. So it's time to give them a break.
Change was guaranteed. Change is coming.
It is. That's what Sam Cook said.
I can speak from personal experience. We've done the show almost 2.5 years together.
Oh, God.
We first started doing the show. I'd text Swain about what we're doing between 12 and 3. Text me right back free of charge. Recently, Swain is charged. Hey, you want me to text back? 10 cents a text. That's been the new price. Wouldn't be surprised to see it go up. Shows become more popular.
You know the
People
Cash
are telling
App.
Swain how much they enjoy seeing him and hearing him.
You know the Cash App. Hit me on the Cash App.
I'll text Swain about something we might want to talk about on the show. Don't get an answer back. I forgot to send him the money.
Yep, we got to Cash App first, then the question.
Cash App him some money. Response comes right back.
Quick.
Price of doing business.
That's right.
865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. Man, you really missed out on a good time, by the way. 2003 through 2006. If it were 2023 through 2026, would have been a good time to be a 4-star, 5-star wide receiver.
I would have been paid.
Big time.
Big time.
We'll come back. We'll continue the conversation. What do you think? You can call or text in to be a part of the show. We appreciate you hanging out with us on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. Locally owned and operated with dealership locations on Kingston Pike and Parkside Drive. Right next door on Kingston Pike, there's the brand new Ted Russell Lincoln as well. At either location, you are getting great customer service. Every single day, they're making sure the customer is taken care of and finding what you're looking for, the type of vehicle that you need. helping you save. They have low interest rates as low as 0% that you can find right now at Ted Russell Ford. You can find many different options, so many different combinations they have with their lineup of trucks, with the F-Series, Ranger, Maverick, the Ford F-150 Lightning, or their lineup of SUVs, the Edge, the Explorer, the Expedition, the Ford Bronco. If you have been interested in a Ford Bronco, see how Ted Russell Ford can help you find the one that you're looking for. Brand new vehicles, pre-owned vehicles. They have so many certified pre-owned vehicles that you can shop and choose from right now. You can go by Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike or online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Phoenix Conversions. You love your home truck, work truck, SUV. You want it tricked out, fixed up, VIP. You need it modified, personalized. To get it like you want, you gotta take it to the guys at Phoenix Conversions. Hands down, no contest. Phoenix Conversions, when it has to be the best.
Your office is not just where you work, it's a destination with endless possibilities. Whether working in your corporate location or remotely, you need a technology partner that can meet your ever-changing business needs, providing strategic solutions that save time and money. Image Matters, East Tennessee's premier locally owned office technology company, is that partner, offering best-in-class print and workflow solutions from HP and Xerox. Backed by their award-winning customer service and support, the Image Matters team can develop comprehensive output solutions that are both affordable and scalable, meeting the needs of any size budget or company. As a Pros Elite 100 service organization, 2-time Xerox Document Technology Partner of the Year, and HP Certified Managed Print and Security Specialist, Image Matters offers you the expertise and commitment to service excellence needed for your business to have a competitive edge. To learn how Image Matters can help your office reach its potential, visit ImageMattersInc.com. Image Matters, technology you need, people you trust.
Let me ask you a question. How much do you do on your smartphone on a daily basis? You reply to emails, you send text messages, I'm sure you check social media, probably use the GPS, probably order from your favorite restaurant to make sure it's at your doorstep. What if I told you you had the power of knowing what's happening in your home, even when you're not at home? Making sure your home is nice and toasty during the winter, nice and cool during the summer. With the latest in technology from Fleener Security, you have the world in your phone with one touch with the Total Connect app. FleenerSecurity.com or 544-9964.
Peak IV Hydration. They have blends for literally anything that might be ailing you. Want to recover more quickly? Peak IV Hydration has sports-specific recovery blends that you can use. Deal with migraines. More than half of people that struggle with migraines, it's because of some combination of a sodium or magnesium deficiency. They can help you with that. And immunity-boosting formulas. Nobody does it better than Peak IV Hydration. 906 Sevier Avenue in Knoxville or online, peakivhydration.com.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Judson asked us this question: with revenue sharing coming with athletes, Tennessee announcing its ticket price increase starting in 2025, which will include a 10% talent fee to help pay the players. Judson asked, do you think we could see NIL start paying for the cost of school and free up scholarships for other players, specifically in situations when a school loses some scholarships to an NCAA violation? Well, the thing is that moving forward, we're going to see schools go to up to 105 scholarships that they can hand out. So that's already kind of accounted for.
Yeah.
So you're going to see an increase on the football side and other sports too, but with the football conversation here, you're actually going to see an increase in scholarships from 85 to 105 in terms of what you can give. You don't have to give that many, but schools like Tennessee, the big time schools with big time revenue will.
Yeah, good point. Starting the show on the right foot, Josh. Good point.
Left, right.
There you go.
One at a time.
That was good. It's changing. Golly, it's changing.
Changing in a big way. Now, Mitchell asked, shouldn't they wait on the increase until we've won something?
No, I mean, it's kind of the chicken or the egg. Like, you kind of have to do this if you want to win more. Because if you don't, then all the other schools are going to be ahead, and you still got to have players at the end of the day. Like, you're not winning without good players. Like, that needs to be written in stone. There's no other way around it. There's no shortcuts. If you don't get good players, you're not winning. You may win a little bit, but I think we have moved past the Tax Slayer Bowl trophy celebrations, okay? We're trying to get bigger trophies. In order to do that, you have to recruit like the teams who have won championships recently. And to do that, you have to pay them. To pay them, you have to have money. To have money, you have to do this. So it's just something I think was really undeniable. And I'm honestly glad that we are transparent about it, and we continue to prove that and show examples that we are forward-thinking and we are trendsetters.
To Mitchell's question about the timing, number one, I would say there is no good time to tell your fan base, we're going to charge you more. Nope. That can even come after a championship. Now, after a championship is probably a better time than after a 6-6 season.
It's the best time.
But the timing is not that bad if you think about it, because, one, it's announced while Tennessee is a top 10 team and is being talked about as a likely playoff team and a favorite on the road against Oklahoma. Now, if Tennessee were to lose on Saturday, the mood won't be as good a week from now. So winning this week would be good. But I saw Adam Kramer. He's a national college football guy, has been for quite a while. He noted this: if you're going to add 10%, debuting it with a quarterback likely to enter the year as perhaps the Heisman favorite seems like the right time to do it. And we have several months to go before that. But this applies to next year, so this is for 2025. Nico has kind of been one of the first faces of the NIL conversation, right? He has already shown that he is a very good talent. He looks like he is a legitimate high-level college quarterback. And next year, he might go in with Tennessee being one of the most talked-about teams competing for a national title, and he'll be very high up on the Heisman list if all goes as planned. So there is no good time, but Tennessee's in a better position to make this kind of announcement than I think most schools are.
Would you care to share the home slate for next year?
See, there's also this side of the conversation.
Well,
so this would be part of my issue, or if you're complaining, this is one where I would have no pushback. And this would be kind of in general, not necessarily just with a 10% talent fee at it.
Hold on, let me say this too. There's no good timing because college sports has changed, and this is coming, and you really didn't have a choice. You have to do this. It just stinks that the schedule is what it is next season, the home slate, which this year's home slate is going to be better than next year's home slate. Josh, Exhibit A, take it away.
The home schedule for Tennessee next season, so when you have season tickets for next year, these are the home games. Not in order, but just these are the games. Georgia, big-time game.
Yeah, big time.
Oklahoma, big-time game.
Yeah, big time. And then?
Arkansas,
Okay.
Vanderbilt, and 3 non-conference opponents.
NC State? Syracuse?
Very close.
Nebraska?
Very close.
Oregon?
And by close, I mean just in terms of letters.
Okay.
East Tennessee State. UAB, and New Mexico State. So 5 of the 7 home games are Arkansas, bottom half of the league team.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt,
The bottom.
bottom of the league team.
Anchor down to the bottom.
And then UAB, New Mexico State, ETSU. Syracuse is the 4th non-conference opponent. That game will be in Atlanta. So,
But Nico, though.
yeah, and you'll see him in a bunch of games put up a bunch of yards and points.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So
Now, Atvall wants to know, if I'm paying a talent fee, do I have a say where the money goes and to who it should go to? So wouldn't that be fun? Like,
not
what
with
if you-
tickets, but when if you call the university and you want to be a donor, you want to be a part of the shareholder society, you want to donate money to the university, you can then.
Right. No, the thing is with the revenue share, that's actually going to be kind of predetermined, right, in terms of how it's structured. That's all to be finalized, but that'll kind of have a structure to it. Wouldn't that be something, though, if you could, what if you auctioned off, like, 5 tickets to actually be able to come in and be a part of negotiations with athletes? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or if you could choose who gets a bonus that week.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Can you choose who needs to return their money that week too?
Yeah.
Like who needs to get fined? Like imagine this at Florida State. Hey DJ, we're gonna need you to pay some of that money back, sir. That was a horrendous performance.
Yeah, it kind of depends on who you're finding. Like, if the left tackle, who's likely a pretty big guy, he has a rough game and you want to find him, I'm going to need some kind of glass protection.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to, physically collect.
You want to do that more if you're handing out money, not collecting.
Correct. So, that would be cool.
Correction, you'll see Nico in the first half with a lot of yards in some of those games. That's true. I don't think it'll be 4 quarters of Nico versus ETSU next year.
Hey, he's leaving the game sooner and sooner. First half against UTC, but he was out before the first half versus Kent State.
If you want to see Merklinger and George McIntyre, though, that ETSU game is one to stick around for.
That's for sure. Listen, I have no complaints. I think you can find things to complain about in any situation. This change, it is what it is. I'm just happy that we're in a position that we're winning. And we have leadership that's in place. And I've been the first person to be like, man, I hate when schools and programs talk about family. I think it's the biggest load of you know what. Because the way sometimes coaches treat players and treat each other, that's not how you treat family. You don't treat family like that way. But this has been the first time in a long time, probably ever, that I've been associated with Tennessee where I can truly say, you know what, man, they really do feel like family. They really do. Like, when we get done with the Vol Network pregame show and I go into the stadium and I hit the sideline during warm-ups, all the former players, all the love, the energy, like it really, truly feels like family. And I've never felt that way before being here.
It seems like a lot of people are on the same page.
Yeah, like it really feels like family. So if I got to spend some extra dollars, and I mean, I'm not really spending any extra dollars because I'm not buying tickets like that, but like I feel like it's worth it. I feel like that. But again, I'm not buying tickets. But it's the price to pay that I think is worth it to be in the position that we're in. We're winning. Our program is healthy. And I remember when it wasn't. And I want no part of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could tell when a lot of people weren't on the same page. Right now, that is the case. Tennessee getting ready for a big game against Oklahoma as well. We'll talk about that. But news of the day, which has gotten some national attention as well, Tennessee announcing a ticket price increase starting in 2025, which will include a 10% talent fee to help with the expected revenue share with athletes moving forward. We'll move forward on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward on Josh and Swain.
Caller 5 right now to 656 wins qualifies for the Coors Light Man Cave Makeover. A 60-inch TV, 2 recliners, and an awesome mini fridge. All from Coors Light and the station where the Vols play. 99.1 The Sports Animal. That's 656-9467.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Heupel. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Heupel team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
The University of Tennessee plans to raise the price of football tickets to fund a proposed revenue share for its student athletes. Current settlement projections suggest that institutions will be able to share revenue with their student athletes as early as next July. Fans will notice an additional 10% talent fee on all ticket invoices beginning with next season's football ticket renewals. The university plans on using this fee to help fund the proposed revenue share for student athletes. Major League Baseball games tonight at 6:45. The Orioles host the Giants. Braves visit the Reds. Dodgers take on the Marlins. Guardians host the Twins. Red Sox visit the Rays. Just after 7, the Nationals visit the Mets. At 7:45, Royals host the Tigers. A's visit the Cubs. Phillies take on the Brewers. Cardinals face the Pirates. Just after 8, Blue Jays visit the Rangers. At 8:40, the Diamondbacks visit the Rockies. At 9:45, White Sox take on the Angels. Astros get the Padres. Mariners host the Yankees. Tennessee Smokies begin a best-of-3 playoff series against Birmingham tonight at Smoky Stadium at 7 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. When you run into a plumbing problem, you want to hire a plumbing company that will listen to you, that will make sure that whatever you need done is done correctly. Wilson Brothers Plumbing is known for the laser focus that they provide to customers and their customers' plumbing needs. If you run into a problem and you need somebody that you can trust, get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. With more than 23 years of experience in the industry, Wilson Brothers Plumbing brings valuable wisdom and knowledge into every project. They helped us with a project that we were planning at our home a couple of years ago and did great work for us. Last spring, when we ran into a problem, we had an underground leak on our home property. They made sure it was taken care of from the beginning, including an upfront price that they gave us before they did the work, to the cleanup when it was complete. Visit WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com to learn more or to schedule service. That's WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com. Wilson Brothers. The proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
The summer is here, and that means weddings are happening all the time. I even got married during a summer wedding back more years than I'd like to count. Hey, this is Heather Harrington. If you are celebrating an anniversary because you too got married over the summer, or you're getting married this summer, celebrate those milestones at TK Wheeler Jewelers. You know, beautiful jewelry never goes out of style, and I love the classics that TK has. Whether you're looking for a diamond engagement ring, a beautiful solid gold wedding band, something simple like a cross necklace pendant with diamonds, TK Wheeler has it all. He stays up to date on trends too, but I'm telling you, when you want that classic jewelry that you are going to keep and wear for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you're going to find it at my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers. They're located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. It's right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. TK has been in business for years, and he can hook you up. When you want the best jewelry, you want my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement.
Join Men of Valor for an unforgettable evening Wednesday, October 2nd with Heisman Trophy winner Tim Tebow at the Press Room in North Knoxville. An evening of elegance and inspiration. Enjoy a gourmet meal, open bar social hour, and dancing with live music. This event is a fundraiser for Men of Valor, working to transform lives and offering hope to the formerly incarcerated and reaching men in prison with Jesus Christ. To be part of this night with Tim Tebow, get your limited tickets now at mobministry.com.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday afternoon at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge and save thousands. This Friday afternoon, starting at 3 at Oak Ridge Nissan with Tyler and Will in 99.1, the Sports Animal.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Peak IV Hydration. They have blends for literally anything that might be ailing you. Want to recover more quickly? Peak IV Hydration has sports-specific recovery blends that you can use. Deal with migraines. More than half of people that struggle with migraines, it's because of some combination of a sodium or magnesium deficiency. They can help you with that. And immunity-boosting formulas. Nobody does it better than Peak IV Hydration. 906 Sevier Avenue in Knoxville or online, peakivhydration.com.
Twin City Nissan has 3 Nissan models under $20,000, Versa, Sentra, and Kicks. TwinCityNissan.com on the world-famous Airport Motor Mile. With approved credit cannot be combined with other offers. See dealer for details. It's 9/30/24.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
We'll continue to track some scattered showers and downpours as we head throughout your Tuesday afternoon. High temperatures still going to be well below average as we're back into the low 70s with a nice breeze out there, which will make it feel cooler at times. But don't forget the rain jacket and the umbrella as you're stepping out the door with another batch of rain this evening. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Imagine indulging in a gooey chocolate cake with vanilla soft serve and warm chocolate fudge for free. Stop imagining. Join Buddy's Barbecue Email Club and get a free junior hot fudge cake. Add your number for a full-sized upgrade. Only at buddysoffer.com. Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, East Tennessee's #1 family law and divorce attorney group. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to help your family in their hardest times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Jesse Simonton of On3 covers college football. Will join us at 1:30. He is a believer, I believe, in Tennessee football. So we'll see what he thinks about this matchup against Oklahoma and what's going to happen at Florida, one of the stories of the SEC over the last week with what happened this past week and really the anticipation going into the year. What happens both at the administration level, will Billy Napier be Florida's coach when the Gators come to Knoxville on October 12th? Brent Venables is, I believe, speaking to the media right now with his weekly press conference. He does it on Tuesday. He said it is hard to argue anyone in college ball is playing better right now than Tennessee. That's Oklahoma head coach Brent Venables. Hard to argue with what he said?
No, I mean, it's facts. I mean, you can look at the quality of opponent and nitpick there, but he's not wrong in what he said about the way Tennessee's playing right now.
Right, like Texas going to Michigan is more impressive than a neutral site win against NC State. But if Tennessee played Texas this week on a neutral field, it would be a heck of a football game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. But we don't have to right now. And Texas don't have to play us. We'll have to play them.
That's
and
right.
There's a lot that we can work on, need to work on before we start playing teams of that quality.
All right, Mr. Swain, it's 12:40 on Tuesday. Still a few days to go.
On a Tuesday, yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's do a confidence check-in. 1 to 10 scale. Where are we? Confidence level 1 to 10. 10 is the highest. That Tennessee goes to Norman, Oklahoma, and wins on Saturday night. Where would we put it?
I'm at a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The film don't lie, man. The eye in the sky don't lie. I've said this during the summer. I don't know if I was at a 9 during the summer, but I'm a 9 now, which means next week I'll be giving you my 10-2 season prediction. I'll change it up, but I'm at a 9.
You want to change it up today?
No, because then I'll be breaking my word. Instead, I was going to do it after Oklahoma.
Okay.
I said this during the summer. Tennessee's biggest strength is Oklahoma's biggest weakness. That is a problem, Josh.
Big problem.
That is a problem. That's like Tennessee's bats in baseball going up against a team that has the worst pitching. What do you think is going to happen?
A lot of balls over the fence.
A lot of PP missiles is that what they say in baseball terms.
That's close to what they say.
Yeah. If I say this basketball team that we're playing, they give up the most threes in the country, and we are shooting 47% from 3, what do you think's about to happen?
A lot of threes.
All right, then. So I'm looking at our front, and we've caused a lot of issues. We've stopped the run, and Oklahoma can't even run the football without the quarterback. They haven't proven that they can. They have all these injuries on the offensive line. They have injuries at receiver. It just doesn't look right. Like Tennessee could be a 1-point winner. I'm good. You asked me about winning the game. You didn't ask me about covering. So, yeah,
Right.
I'm at a 9. I'm really confident based on what I've seen in person from Tennessee and what I've seen in on film from Oklahoma. What about you? 8.9? Where are you at, Josh?
I'm at least at an 8.
At least?
You know what? This is Josh and Swain. I'm at a 9.
Yeah, I mean, the matchup just doesn't favor Oklahoma. And hopefully Nico got all the daredevil throws out of his system. You know, he had some of those last week. Had a bad one against NC State. And I'm glad that he had those. I'm not criticizing that at all. I'm glad he had those throws. I wouldn't have it any other way. Get it out of your system now versus teams that we're going to beat in anyways. Get it out of your system. Get down and slide. Protect yourself. Protect the team. He does that. It might get ugly. They might be calling for Venables' head. It's one thing to lose Tennessee, but Tennessee might spank Oklahoma. I can see it happening, but we'll see.
The point spreads that I see right now are between 6.5 and 7.5 points at the various sports books. Tennessee favored against Oklahoma.
It's hard to fathom an opposing team going into Oklahoma and making them go out and pick their own switch from the tree. It's hard to imagine that happening. But this matchup screams it's going to happen. It screams it. When you just look at the matchups, you look both teams so far this season, that's why it's important for Oklahoma to try to generate some field position in their favor, generate some turnovers on defense. They got to do something because if they play Tennessee straight up and they get the ball at the 25-yard line each possession, we get the ball at the 25-yard each possession, and it was straight like that for 60 minutes, Tennessee wins this game. Easy.
Straight up, this is not an even matchup.
Correct.
We will come back 865-656-9900 for you to be a part of the show on Josh and Swain.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
So a couple days ago, I'm in my office/studio, and I noticed some leaks coming from the ceiling. Well, found out that it was a leak in the toilet. Well, I called Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. They came by, told me the issue. I was able to get the issue fixed quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's the type of treatment that you get with Hiller. It feels like being part of a family. And this month, Hiller is treating you like family, too, with their Friends and Family Savings event. Happy Hiller Club members save up to 25% off your first HVAC, plumbing, and electrical repair. And everyone else gets a 10% discount. Present your coupon and save. Members receive discounts, annual credits towards replacements, and priority service. The best part is the focus on annual maintenance that might otherwise get overlooked. Now visit the website, that's happyhealer.com, and download that coupon today.
This has been a paid announcement.
Pre-owned Patrol, please report the status of your stakeout.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Although I was told there would be an actual steak. Over.
That's a negative.
Well, as long as I can help folks get the best value for their trade, then I'm good.
Nick, we've got a code, 1212.
Is that a code for a donut run? Because I already took care of that. Over.
Okay, Nick, it's time to get serious. I've located a high-quality pre-owned vehicle that you're going to want to take a look at. It's a 2021 Ford F-150, and it's in great condition. Over.
Say no more. I'm on my way.
Have you reached the target? Over.
Yep, and it's absolute beauty. We've hit the jackpot. Check out this 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum for just $48,995. Come see us today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive, or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net. Stock number KP98714. Price excludes $795 dealer fee. State and local tax, tag registration, and title fees. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/2024.
I wake grateful every morning, grateful just to be, grateful for my life in Tennessee.
A song for Tennessee by Mike Stone.
Rocky Top rocks.
Rocky Top rocks.
Rocky Top rolls.
Rocky Top rolls.
With a joy that stills your heart and fills your soul.
Rocky Top rocks. Rocky Top rolls. MikeStone.com, Spotify, iTunes, and all outlets.
Rocky Top rolls. Rocky Top rolls.
That's MikeStone.com.
The Rick Barnes Emerald Youth Golf Classic, presented by First Century Bank, supports Emerald Youth Foundation's work with young people in Knoxville City neighborhoods. The tournament features Tennessee basketball head coach Rick Barnes and is made possible thanks to Graham Corporation, Covenant Health, and Cumulus Media Knoxville. And through September 23rd, Coach Barnes and the Weingartner Foundation are matching all gifts up to $250,000. That's right, Coach will double your gift. Donate now and learn more at emeraldyouth.org.
Morgan Wallen Live. One night at a time, 2024. September 22nd and second show added Friday, September 20th, Neyland Stadium with Hardy and Ernest.
I need something you prove.
Morgan Wallen.
I'ma need some whiskey glasses.
Both shows on sale now at livenation.com.
Hey, East Tennessee, football is back, and we're kicking it off with a season of savings. You'll save on hundreds of new Hondas, like a brand new 2025 CR-V Sport L. It's front-wheel drive, it's got leather, only $389 a month. Or a brand new 2025 Civic Sport, only $279 a month. Best part, they all come with Rusty's exclusive, no charge, 200,000-mile warranty. So score big at the intersection of selection, Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive. See dealer for details.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. The Mets are still holding a slim lead for the final NL wildcard spot as they host the Nationals in New York. New York has won 8 of the last 10 matchups against Washington, and in 7 of those wins, they covered on the run line as well. That's where the BetQL model is positioned today. The money line might be too juicy, but their 5-star play also has the Mets on the run line at home against the Nationals. I'm Chelsea Messenger. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. Coop in Knoxville says, I'm a little nervous because the road woes that we have had, Missouri, South Carolina, Bama in the second half last year, Georgia, I think on paper we're definitely better. So a little nervous because of the road aspect.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, totally get it. I do think that there's better leadership and ownership on this team than it was last year. I think even with the 22 season, losing in South Carolina that week was weird. I think the leadership is in a better place. I think you have less cancers on this team, if any, and you had some on that squad in 22. So I do understand the road woes. That is a concern that this team and Josh Heupel and company will have to, answer to and prove that they can win big games on the road outside of just LSU. That's a legitimate concern. But I think when you have a defensive front that can stop the run and you can run the football, that travels. And Tennessee just wasn't prepared to do that like they are right now in the past. So I'm not necessarily concerned about that. I think this team is a little bit different, but I certainly understand other people have that concern right now.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't have concern of how Nico will handle it. He's a young quarterback on the road playing his first true road game. But I'm curious to see how he does. Young quarterback on the road, big-time environment. We were asked this question: who are you more confident in UT beating right now? Oklahoma this week or Florida on October 12th?
Florida.
I think it has to be Florida. I'm aware of the issues Tennessee has had against Florida. Florida won last year. Last year, the game took place in Gainesville. This year, it will be in Knoxville. Last time they played in Knoxville, Tennessee won the game. And Florida right now has major problems.
They look terrible.
Terrible.
They look worse than Oklahoma. Oklahoma would beat them right now. So you play Oklahoma on the road, you play Florida at home. I'd say Florida.
Styles make fights, another text says. I'm calling for OU's corner to throw in the towel early in the third quarter. GBO.
The corner?
The corner of the ring, to use a fighting analogy.
Oh, yeah. They won't be doing that. They won't throw in the towel. They won't quit.
Do you think Gaston will be in by choice by middle of the third quarter for Tennessee?
No, I think Nico will have to finish this game.
I lean in your direction. Chip says it's hard to fathom OU's offense keeping up with Tennessee's offense, which I agree with. If OU can't get stops against Tennessee early on and the Vols get it rolling, I would be stunned to see Oklahoma keep up if Tennessee's able to put up a bunch of points.
Yeah, it's like OU's defense will have to get turnovers to operate with short fields, I think, to really have a chance to beat Tennessee or to beat Tennessee. Because let's say offensively we're off in our passing game and we're not moving the ball like we want to or like we're used to seeing in the first couple of games. We have a punter that hasn't punted in forever. And last time he did a pretty good job flipping the field position. I remember the NC State game and when NC State was inside their own 10 and they had a penalty and they had negative plays. You still have to drive the ball 80, 90 yards against this defense. So if you're not getting short fields, either from special teams or a turnover, I don't see how Oklahoma is going to drive the ball 25, 30, 75 or 85 yards. I just don't see it and score a touchdown. You might get close, kick a field goal, but I don't see it how you're going to be able to do that 4 or 5 times. 4 times is 28 points. I just don't see it, Josh.
Scott sees a score similar to the NC State game.
I ain't doing that with y'all today.
Said just because this group loves Coach Heupel, we'll lay the hammer down. If you recall, the score in the NC State game was 51-10.
I ain't messing with y'all today. Don't even try. Don't even do that to me today. I'm not budging. I'm not falling for it today.
Swain, if I set the line for Tennessee against Oklahoma at Vols minus 40.5, which line are you taking? Which side?
Taking the Sooners to cover that one.
You're saying Boomer Sooner?
Yeah, they're going to cover it 40 points, Josh. Yeah, they will cover that. I'm willing to put up my entire paycheck for the month of September on that one.
I would also lean Oklahoma plus 40.5.
And if Tennessee covers, I'm going to need them to let me eat over there at the complex for a month and let my family move in one of those dorms for the month.
Yeah, just tell the players, hey, let me get a couple of those talent fees if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll come back. 2 hours to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen here. Join me and my compadre, Chris Brockman, every Monday on the Overreaction Monday podcast.
A 2023 last place team will win a playoff game this year.
I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to be that team. If you gave me two,
safe bet.
If you said 2 last place teams, I might say that's an overreaction. Come react or overreact with us. This one makes it much easier. So thank you for making it easier.
Well, tune in next week.
Overreaction Monday, wherever you listen.
Experience the cold refreshment of the Rockies on Rocky Top with ice-cold 102-calorie Coors Light, the official beer of chill. Every Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue at your next Big Orange tailgate, because that means it's ready to enjoy. Coors Light, born in the Rockies, made to chill. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. Now available on Saturdays at Neyland Stadium. Please drink responsibly.
Freedom Motors is the local pre-owned dealer who does more for you than any other dealer around. You want convenience? You can check out their entire line of vehicles online at freedommotorstn.com. And when you find what you like, they'll bring the vehicle right to your door. That's a dealer who cares about you and your time. Shop Freedom Motors today, and let's get you in your new ride.
Keep freedom rolling. Keep freedom rolling. Keep freedom rolling on down the line.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. That's right, ball fans. Get ready for the most hard-hitting, electrifying, play-making deals in real estate you've ever seen. Oh, wait. I should probably clarify. I'm Nick Nico, spelled N-I-C-A-U-D, with the Nick Nico team at Keller Williams. If you're looking to be like our Vols in your real estate moves, our Nico team is the hard-hitting, electrifying, play-making team for you. Don't listen to everyone say the market's tough, prices are up, where do I move to? Our team has the market knowledge that we call the Nico know-how. We know the area. Raised right here in Knoxville, I know what moves, so our team just cuts through what everyone else might see as an obstacle. And we turn it into an opportunity. Sell high and buy low on your next dream home with our Nico know-how. Let our team become your team. Check us out online, nicoteam.com. That's N-I-C-A-U-D team.com.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out. Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide. Worldwide from the Budweiser Studios, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. Elevate your engine performance with Napa full synthetic engine oil. Some losses hurt more than others. For the Eagles, the way they fell to the Falcons is going to sting for a long time. A drop pass, soft defense, and a shocking loss. Now the real test for the Eagles, how do you respond? They better rally or it could cost Coach Nick Sirianni his job. I'm Andrew Perloff. There aren't many feelings worse than trying to start your car in the morning and being greeted with a dead battery, or being stuck on the side of the road when you don't need to be. 1 in 4 vehicles on the road will need a battery replacement this year. Don't be a statistic. Stop battery problems before they stop you by testing your battery regularly. Test yours at home or at select Napa locations nationwide. If you need a replacement, Napa has you covered with a full range of long-lasting, high-performance batteries for nearly every make and model on the road. So don't wait. Test your battery today and let Napa help you keep moving.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. In counties near or small, there's a law firm to help you through whatever is your fall. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to guide you through your most trying times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
We begin hour number 2 of Josh and Swain on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for being with us. 1 hour down, 2 to go. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Talking Tennessee and Oklahoma. We've talked about Tennessee's ticket price increase for 2025. We'll get back to that at some point. If you want to share some thoughts, you're always welcome to. 865-656-9900 with Tennessee announcing that ticket increase, which will include a 10% talent fee added in to help with revenue sharing for athletes moving forward, that expected to begin in 2025. So that's the news item of the day, with the conversation centered around the Tennessee-Oklahoma game. Brent Venables still talking, so he's been at the podium for, I think, more than 30 minutes now, meeting with the media, or at least close to it, Oklahoma's head coach. He said this will be the biggest test that they've had defensively against an opposing offense since they've been there. It's his 3rd year as the head coach at Oklahoma. Very complimentary today of Tennessee's offense.
I don't know, man. That Texas offense was pretty good last year.
They played a Texas offense that ended up helping lead the Longhorns to the playoff. Oklahoma won that game.
That's
that one,
Coach
of course,
speak.
in Dallas.
That's coach speak to me. But it's a new challenge because of the tempo.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they go tempo too. So, whatever. Listen, I'm in game mode right now.
You're not having it?
I'm taking anything that Oklahoma says, and I'm turning it into motivation. Because I want to fight. I have it in my mind that I want to fight. And if I don't like you and I want to fight, I'm going to pick any little thing to justify fighting you. What you looking at? Why you staring at me? Oh, you must want to fight. That's the mood I'm in right now for an SEC matchup. That's how I get, man.
Isn't this just any other week?
No. This is an SEC matchup.
Are all games not the same?
No. No, Josh. No, we don't have players getting dressed in street clothes at halftime normally, like we did last week, okay? This is different. And we might do it against Vanderbilt. But that's it. That draws the line, okay?
UTEP. But your point is correct. The approach, the mindset is different for Oklahoma week than it was Kent State week.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm looking for anything and everything I can use to justify scoring a touchdown at the end in the fourth quarter. Just to tack on a little bit more at the end.
Chris wants to know, how many would we have to be up by for Nico and the first string to be pulled, or do we keep pouring it on because of the history of Heupel and OU?
I don't think he's going to pour it on. I don't think he's going to do Brent like that, Venables. So.
Yeah, Brent Venables had nothing to do with what happened in 2014.
No.
Brent Venables was pouring out compliments toward Josh Heupel, not just as a coach, but as a leader, the impact he's made on Oklahoma's program. And by the way, everything he said is true.
Yeah, for sure.
The impact cannot be overstated with what Josh Heupel did when he arrived as a quarterback at OU.
Josh Heupel is a winner. It's that simple. He was a winner as a player. He's proven to be a winner as a coach. And he's a winner as a person. And it's why recruits are gravitating towards his program. You know, getting a chance to hear Miles Kittelman talk about his family meeting Josh Heupel, and him meeting Josh Heupel, and how that impacts him as a player and his teammates as a player. The coaching staff, like there's times that Heupel could have thrown a staff member or two under the bus because they wasn't doing what they supposed to do. Like Alec Ablin admitted to where he was praying he can be a better recruiter, because some coaches would throw that coach under the bus. Think about, he's hired 2 dudes from within that wouldn't have gotten a job outside of Tennessee. They interviewed. And Ablin was not recruiting like he needed to. And then Heupel, I'm sure, had a talk with him. Ablin had a coming to Jesus meeting with himself. He said he prayed about it. And look what we've done at tight end position, recruiting-wise. That's the type of grace that you want as assistant coach. You want to work for a guy like Josh Heupel. So, yeah, like, we know Josh Heupel's a good dude. He's a winner. But don't think that's going to save you from this butt kicking you about to get, Oklahoma.
Tyler says this is a whole new level of petty Swain. John says, I'm very edgy myself, Swain.
Remember, like, when you got in trouble, at least I know I used to do this, to help save me from getting my spanking, I pour out compliments. Oh, man, nice day, looking good today, nice shoes. You need me to take out the trash? It didn't work. I'm still getting a spanking because I acted up.
Well, you probably were tipping your pitches.
Probably.
Wait. Why is Jason being so nice?
Probably. But those compliments don't mean anything coming from Oklahoma. We appreciate it. Yeah, we know Josh Heupel's awesome. Mm-hmm. We still coming to put belt to butt. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we coming to do.
David, listening in from Cincinnati, says it sounds like Swain wants a nail biter. Makes a good SEC game, right, Swain?
Nope, I do not. And I remember 2014. I remember 2015. And I wasn't even on the team.
There's been some internet buzz about the Eric Stryker postgame stuff at Neyland.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, our coach was wrong. I don't fault Eric Stryker. Like, Eric Stryker did what he was supposed to do. Our goofy coach is the one who looked silly there. You know it's true, Josh.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I have no problem with Eric Stryker at all. But they did beat us, and that's my problem. It's payback time.
In the YouTube chat, we're live on YouTube today. Appreciate you hanging out with us there. You can watch at the Sports Animal YouTube channel right now. Randall says Tennessee beats OU 51-21. 30 points. Levi says Tennessee will own the second and third quarters, 47-23. GBO.
That sounds a little bit better, even though it sounds the same as the other one. 51-27 or 21.
Yeah, the 47-23. That's Tennessee only winning by 24 points in Norman.
Only?
Yeah.
I do agree with Tennessee owning the second and third quarters. I think we're going to do that. Oklahoma has scored 6 points this year in the third quarter. 3 points versus Houston, 3 points versus Tulane. That is a bad matchup, man, against a team that's known for owning the middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the second quarter and the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Like, that's a bad recipe, man, which is why you realize why Josh Heupel was so upset UTC game at the end of the half. He was not happy.
Cameron asks, wait, what did Stryker do? I was at that game. He was giving fans the business afterward in celebration mode, right?
Well, I remember. Yeah, he was doing that, which is what he's supposed to do.
He was a linebacker, really good player.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. People don't understand that when opposing players come to Neyland Stadium, they hear it all, just like we hear it all when we go to a different stadium. And the first thing we want to do after we win is tell the fans to shut up and go home and enjoy your night as a loser. We want to remind the fans, hey, keep that same energy you had for me at the beginning of the game. Keep it now. Yeah, what? Now what? What you going to say now? Like, we love to do that. So we can't be surprised when guys like Eric Stryker want to do it to us. And that's what he did. He deserved it. He earned that moment.
If Tennessee wins on Saturday but falls short of 50 points, will you be unhappy?
Why? I'll be happy.
That'll end the streak.
I don't care about the streak.
Tennessee scored more than 50 in all 3 games.
I just care about me having a pleasant plane ride back to Knoxville. That's what I care about. And a great week of radio the next week because everyone's happy. That's what I care about.
In the text box, 865-656-9900. This year feels like 98 on an energy drink. Venables' press conference is still going on. It's like 40 minutes in.
He's cutting into his prep time.
Advantage Vols?
Josh, they already had the advantage before he started his press conference.
Chip says, I was watching the 2015 Oklahoma game just so I could get angry and look to fight someone Saturday night. I still can't believe Butch kicked a field goal on the half-yard line.
So soft. You know, Jalen Hurd was like a 230-pound running back, 6'3", battering ram.
I would have gone for it there.
Well. Anyways, thanks, Chip, for sharing that. Because I'm with you, man. I am with you. It's payback time.
David wants to know, how many points do we score before we kick another onside kick?
Well, it depends on what Oklahoma's giving us, what kind of look they're giving us. If they're up men are leaving before the ball is kicked, then they can expect the onside kick. So I don't think we said, hey, if we're up this amount of points, we're going to kick an onside kick. No, this is a look that we're getting, that we're seeing on film from Kent State. Either they're not coaching it up right or the players are not listening, but you're always supposed to wait until the ball leaves the foot of the kicker before you retreat and go set up the wedge, which we know we don't do the wedge like that anymore because of safety concerns, but you're supposed to go retreat to set up to block whoever you're responsible for blocking. Well, Kent State had some players that was leaving early, so we hit them with the middle dribble or the onside kick. I don't think it matters if it's in the first quarter and you was up 4 touchdowns or not. Now, probably wouldn't want to do that in the fourth quarter. That's 68-0. But we did it in the first quarter. And I'm glad we did it because we've shown teams that we're playing in the future that if you leave, we're going to hit you with the onside kick. I like it.
You leave, we're staying.
That's right. That is correct.
I would tell the defense, fellas, we're going to onside kick it every single time.
And onside kicks, it's a really low percentage play for the kicking team. I would prefer us kick the ball out of the end zone and make teams drive the ball 75 yards. That's what I prefer. So you rarely see those onside kicks unless it's at the end of the game and a team needs the possession after they score and they're down 2 possessions. But you rarely see onside kicks like that because most teams coach their players up to not leave and retreat until the ball is kicked. So that's why you don't see much of it.
Cameron with a shout out to the chart in the text box.
Oh, gosh.
Jason says, I bet Heupel wakes up Saturday feeling dangerous. And Joey wants to know why the cookie went to the doctor.
Why is that?
Because it was feeling crummy.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's one for the dinner table with the kiddos.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yep. I might have to use that one this evening.
Yeah, drop that one for dessert this evening.
Mm-hmm. I won't be using that one, Josh.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900. How do you feel? Tennessee getting ready for Oklahoma on Saturday night. We continue the conversation on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal. Caller 5 to 656 wins. Gets to make your best guess at the Tennessee final score this week. If yours is the guess chosen and it's correct, you can pick any Ford or Lincoln on the Ted Russell lot up to $75,000. Caller 5 right now to 656-9467 from Ted Russell Ford and 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
You okay?
Sorry, I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
99.1 The Sports Animal presents FanDuel Football Friday, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. Insight from all your favorite sports animal shows on the next day's Tennessee game. FanDuel Football Fridays on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Twin City Nissan has 3 Nissan models under $20,000, Versa, Sentra, and Kicks. TwinCityNissan.com on the world-famous Airport Motor Mile. With approved credit cannot be combined with other offers. See dealer for details. It's 9/30/24.
Tommy Went here. When I'm on the football field, I rely on my teammates and coaches to be at the top of their game. The A.G. Hines Company, a 4th-generation family business backed by more than 100 years of customer service, serving all of East Tennessee. That's a century's worth of knowledge and material application. Concrete, masonry, waterproofing, stucco eaves, slate roofing, and manufactured stone veneer. They have you covered with name brands like New Drive It, and Spec Mix. No job is too big or too small. They have the right set of coaches to assist you in all your residential or commercial construction needs. The A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance results. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
If you're an East Tennessee native like I am, we probably have a lot in common. Near the top are those fall football Saturdays each and every year. But when you're at the stadium where you're cheering on the Big Orange, who's watching your home? Do the bad guys know you're not home? Are they peeping in the back window or making their way through the side door at the garage? Do as I did. Give Fleener Security a call. 544-9964. With the latest in technology, the only bad guys you have to worry about is the visiting team coming through the locker room. FleenerSecurity.com.
It's football season, and Old Forge Distillery has all your tailgate essentials, including Rocky Top Corn Whiskey. Now available at retail stores throughout Knoxville. This smooth, sweet corn whiskey celebrates the pageantry and tradition of Southern football. Get your corn from a jar with Rocky Top Corn Whiskey. Looking for more great Tennessee spirits? Visit their distillery next to the Old Mill in Pigeon Forge for bourbon, gin, rum, liqueurs, and much more. Old Forge Distillery, where memories are made over great spirits.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We'll talk to Jesse Simonton of On 3 covering college football to see what he thinks about this Tennessee-Oklahoma game coming up in our next segment. Right now, we got to the phone lines. We say hello to Bob, who heard the sound a moment ago, the chance to score forward from Ted Russell Ford. Bob, thank you for calling in. Do you have a score prediction for Saturday night's game between Tennessee and Oklahoma?
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh and Swain. Tennessee 45, Oklahoma losers 13.
Oklahoma losers. In that case, they would be, Swain, 45-13. Bob, I hear some confidence in that pick.
Oh, yeah, they're strong. Real strong this year.
We got you down 45-13, Tennessee over Oklahoma. Bob, thank you for calling in and giving the prediction, and good luck this week.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob. Bob says Tennessee wins on Saturday night 45-13 in Norman, Oklahoma. We'll continue to take score predictions the rest of the week. We'll draw one of those picks at the end of the week on Friday. If that score that we draw hits on Saturday night, exactly right, the person that predicts it will be able to spend up to $75,000 on a brand-new Ford at Ted Russell Ford. Keep listening this week and all season long for your chance to score a Ford from Ted Russell Ford. 45-13. Tennessee by 32 points against the Sooners.
You think that's a little too ambitious?
It feels a little ambitious, yeah.
I mean, that's 6 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yes, it is. That's well below Tennessee's season average, though.
Oklahoma's defense is not bad, folks.
Not at all.
No, I mean, they do a pretty good job stopping the run. They've created turnovers. The thing that's weird, though, they haven't gotten more pressure on the quarterback and got sacked. But they do a good job stopping the run, which is going to force us to be patient, not abandon our game plan or our commitment to run the ball when maybe we're not getting those big clips that we're used to getting. I thought NC State abandoned their game plan way too early. I mean, they moved the ball against us in the first possession and then stopped going back to the same stuff that helped them move the ball early in the game. We can't do that. Those 3 and 4 yard runs, they'll turn into 5, 6, 7, 8 yard runs in the fourth quarter if you stay committed to it. So we got to stay committed to it. We're not going to run the ball like we did versus NC State against Oklahoma, in my opinion, just looking at their defense and looking at what they've been able to do so far this season. But there's openings. There's openings to make big plays for sure, whether it's on special teams, offense, defense. There's openings, but you just can't force it when you're not running the football like you want to run the football, like you've been used to running the football so far this season.
Yeah, Oklahoma does have 11 sacks and 23 tackles for loss on the season. So they're 6th in the nation in sacks.
Yeah.
Right now. You know which power conference team leads?
They must got a lot of those sacks against Houston and Temple.
Temple's an awful team, by the way. You know which power conference team has the most sacks in the country? Rice leads the nation with 14. You know which team is next? South Carolina. That's why they bounced back from that Old Dominion game week 1.
That's right.
Dylan Stewart. I bet his DMs
he's a problem.
have been active. We'll come back. Jesse Simonton of On 3. We'll see what he thinks about Tennessee, Oklahoma. Will Billy Napier coach the Florida Gators when they come to Knoxville on October 12th? We'll talk to Jesse about all of that when we return on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Ted Russell Ford give you the chance to score a Ford this season. Listen weekdays for the cue to call to guess the exact score of the Tennessee game. Fridays, we'll select one at random from all guesses to instantly win an oil change from Ted Russell Ford and a $50 Buddy's Barbecue gift certificate. If the pick is correct, you'll win your pick of any new Ford or Lincoln up to $75,000 on the lot or that they can order. Listen for the cue to call for your chance to win from Ted Russell Ford and your flagship station for the Vols. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Join John and Vince this Friday morning at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge Nissan and save thousands. This Friday morning from 6 till 9 at Oak Ridge Nissan with John and Vince in 99.1 The Sports Animal.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The University of Tennessee plans to raise the price of football tickets to fund a proposed revenue share for its student athletes. Current settlement projections suggest that institutions will be able to share revenue with their student athletes as early as next July. Fans will notice an additional 10% talent fee on all ticket invoices beginning with next season's football ticket renewals. The university plans on using this fee to help fund the proposed revenue share for student athletes. Major League Baseball games tonight at 6:45. The Orioles host the Giants. Braves visit the Reds. Dodgers take on the Marlins. Guardians host the Twins. Red Sox visit the Rays. Just after 7, the Nationals visit the Mets. At 7:45, Royals host the Tigers. A's visit the Cubs. Phillies take on the Brewers. Cardinals face the Pirates. Just after 8, Blue Jays visit the Rangers. At 8:40, the Diamondbacks visit the Rockies. At 9:45, White Sox take on the Angels. Astros get the Padres. Mariners host the Yankees. Tennessee Smokies begin a best-of-3 playoff series against Birmingham tonight at Smoky Stadium at 7 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Are you looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money? Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, barbacks, and more. Text WORK, the number 4TP, to 85,000 to apply. Football's here and fall is in the air. It's time to get all those lawn projects done now. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is here to help with the best grass seed around and, of course, the highest quality equipment and zero-turn mowers with 0% financing. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply has a new fall turf package. Get tips, a schedule, and everything you need to save money and keep your lawn looking great year-round. Dickens has stores in Knoxville, Maryville, and the new location at 620 East Emory Road in Powell. Visit online at DickensSupply.com.
Save more than ever on all remaining new 2024 Cadillacs during the model year end event at Cadillac of Knoxville, where you'll get as low as 2.9% financing on select new Cadillac models. And our inventory has never been better with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Visit Cadillac of Knoxville or shop CadillacofKnoxville.com.
Well-qualified buyers when financed with Cadillac Financial. Monthly payment is $29.04 for every $1,000 you finance. Some customers will not qualify. Ends 9/30/24.
For 25 years, Image Matters has been East Tennessee's trusted partner in office technology solutions. From cutting-edge multi-function printers and scanners to flexible managed print service solutions, we've helped businesses of all sizes stay ahead of the curve. Image Matters, celebrating 25 years of excellence and looking forward to many more. Visit us at imagemattersinc.com or call 865-212-3600. Thank you for letting us be a part of your success. Image Matters, technology you need, people you trust.
Do you need stuff that you need gone? Give a buzz to Jumpy Gone. Created right here in Knoxville, we've been serving the community for the past 20 years. Full service, driveway dumpsters, document shredding, and demolition. We can make pools, hot tubs, swing sets, pianos, sheds, single wides, TVs, and even the kitchen sink be gone. Give us a buzz at 865-675-5865 or online at jumpygon.biz.
It's football time in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Let's get some nachos before kickoff.
Hold on. I forgot my wallet at home.
Don't worry. You can still enjoy the game, even if your wallet's at home. When you add your Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union debit or credit card to your digital wallet, they're always available to use. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Join us now.
Tommy went here. When I'm on the football field, I rely on my teammates and coaches to be at the top of their game. The A.G. Hines Company, a fourth-generation family business backed by more than 100 years of customer service, serving all of East Tennessee. That's a century's worth of knowledge and material application. Concrete, masonry, waterproofing, stucco eaves, slate roofing, and manufactured stone veneer. They have you covered with name brands like Nudura, Drive It, and Spec Mix. No job is too big or too small. They have the right set of coaches to assist you in all your residential or commercial construction needs. The A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
East Tennessee, born and raised. There's a law firm in town that understands our area and how to help you best when you're in need. At the McKeon Law Group, Jed McKeon and his team specialize in all aspects of how to best guide you in times when you need it the most. Whether you're going through a divorce, injury, child custody, or criminal battles, their team is a family that will do its best to help your family. Call 294-8008 for the McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born, raised, and ready to help you, no matter what your case.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
We'll continue to track some scattered showers and downpours as we head through the remainder of your Tuesday afternoon. High temperatures are going to top out into the low 70s. A nice breeze out there as well will make it feel a little bit cooler at times. Most areas are running some 10 to 15 degrees below normal for this time of year. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. When you buy a new Nissan from Knoxville's Nissan Leader, we'll warranty it for as long as you can drive it. Now, every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Recovering millions at damages for personal injury clients throughout East Tennessee. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group so they can help you get the help you need. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. We are halfway home, 90 minutes to go on today's show. Next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward, and we are excited to go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline to welcome Jesse Simonton. He covers the SEC, covers college football for On3.com. Jesse, we appreciate the time as always. This is a big week in Knoxville. Tennessee's 3-0. They're up to number 6 in the Associated Press poll and getting ready for Oklahoma in the SEC opener on Saturday night. Thanks again for the time, as always. Before we get to Saturday, Tennessee, what you've seen so far through the first 3 weeks of the season, what have you thought? How has it affected your thoughts from the start of the season?
Yeah, boys, thanks for having me. Good to catch up. I feel as good about the Vols as I kind of did before the season, and maybe even better. Someone that was pretty high, I think optimistic on Tennessee's chances to be competitive this year. I think one of my preseason takes was that they were going to finish as a top 5 team in the league. I think that's only been strengthened through the first 3 weeks. I mean, they're kind of an avalanche, and they just come at you fast and downhill. And yeah, you may dodge, 1 or 2 of those rocks, but eventually you're going to get buried. And so they obviously haven't played anybody. That's the one caveat. But they smash teams with such ease and ruthlessness that I don't think you can kind of poo-poo it like maybe you could an Ole Miss or Missouri before they played Boston College with kind of their schedule.
Well, they play Oklahoma this week. It's on the road. Now, Oklahoma has some questions so far through the first 3 weeks. They're 3-0, but they're about to play easily their toughest test of the season so far this Saturday night. What stands out to you when you look at these two teams going up against each other? 2 weeks ago, Tennessee was about a field goal underdog, now favored by up to 7.5 points against the Sooners in Norman.
Yeah, I think, I'm sure you guys have already deeply dissected this game. I think that from kind of the 30,000-foot view, it's this is kind of, I think, Oklahoma's chance to make a statement because they don't match up very well, I think, in terms of their front and Tennessee's defensive line. I mean, right now, Oklahoma, that offensive line kind of has Jackson Dart, I think, or Jackson Arnold, running around. You know, he's been really kind of a first read and go guy so far. He's thrown some bad interceptions. He has a world of arm talent, but, you know, when you don't maybe necessarily trust or have a ton of confidence in the guys up front, it just makes it difficult. So they've been super banged up. They just lost another starter there. You know, I do think they're probably going to get some receivers back. Nick Anderson's been out. Deion Burks keeps going in and out. So when you look at that and then how well Tennessee's playing defensively and kind of all the havoc that Tennessee's front is creating, and I think one of the more interesting things, guys, is that, you know, James Pierce hadn't even really gone off yet. He's played well. You know, he's kind of flashed a spin move here and kind of a come off the edge. But, you know, when they had all those tackles for loss against NC State and then, you know, he was not really a major factor there. So the fact that Tennessee is playing this well and their best player, you know, still may have a nice coming out party. You have to like that matchup. Sooners have a good defense. Billy Bowman, you know, Stutzman. I think they like the kind of some of their portal additions that they made in the defensive interior, but they're going to be challenged, obviously, to kind of just keep up with Tennessee's firepower.
Jesse, what is one thing that you thought you knew about this team that over 3 games has come true, and what's one thing that maybe you didn't know about this team that you've learned about this team in 3 games?
Well, I'll circle back to the defensive line. I was someone that, you know, whether it was talking to Cole Kublak or other national folks and kind of being on some of those shows, that I was in alignment that this was going to be one of the best defensive lines, not only in the SEC, but in the country. And again, they've played Kent State, NC State maybe struggled to make a bowl game, but those guys have still shown up. And so, you know, you got a Norman Lott, and you have Amari Thomas, and you have obviously Pierce along the edge, and you know, there's just a lot of Tyree West. You know, had a big sack earlier this season. I just think there's a lot of really, really good players there. And then I guess on the flip side, maybe what I didn't know is, you know, I was someone that I thought Dylan Sampson was good. He might be the best running back in the SEC so far, you know, thus far this season. So I can't say that I was down on him at all. I certainly thought that he was someone that was kind of on my short list for maybe should have been on a preseason All-SEC ballot. But the fact that he's been this good, you know, Nico, everyone loves Nico. Everyone's excited about Nico. He hadn't really had even, you know, be relied on yet because Tennessee is just running the ball so ruthlessly. So I'll say Sampson being I thought he was really good, but you know, the best running back in the SEC, I think thus far he's kind of shown that to be the case.
How would you compare the skill position players on both sides? Like, if Tennessee has the advantage in the trenches, I think that's goes without being said when you look at Tennessee's defensive line versus OU's offensive line. But, you know, what about skill position players? What do you think about that matchup?
Oh, I think that's another area where Tennessee just is kind of I don't know if it's light years ahead, but they're you know, they're living in a different neighborhood than Oklahoma in terms of playmakers. Part of that is because Oklahoma is beat up at receiver. You know, they lose Farouk. Anderson hadn't played yet. If he comes back, that maybe becomes a little bit different. I think Deion Burks is really good, but even if you look at his stats, I believe he's averaging almost like less than 8 yards of reception. It's a lot of like really dink and dunk stuff. Jackson Arnold leads their team in rushing. So when you have that, conversely, Tennessee, like we just said, I think Dylan Sampson's been the best running back in the SEC. Obviously, the Vols have a bunch of guys on the perimeter in terms of who can make plays. Now, I don't even think we've seen the best of certainly haven't seen the best of like a Squirrel White or Brew McCoy thus far this year. Thornton looks pretty good, catching a couple long touchdowns. This Tennessee starting to really find a way to maybe get Mike Matthews in the mix eventually down the line. We'll see. So skill-wise, I certainly think the Vols have a strong advantage there as well.
We're talking to Jesse Simonton from On3.com. Jesse, what are the next few weeks
Making
like?
Swain feel good. I mean, Swain's got to be thinking that Tennessee's going to win by 30 while I'm saying
I'm
all
chilling,
this, right?
Jesse. I'm chilling, man.
Jesse, if you took some of our score predictions that we've received over the last couple of days, 30 would be a little bit conservative with some of the predictions. 45-13 is our most recent prediction officially on board. That was from Bob.
45. Okay. Well, it will be a homecoming for Heupel. So, what does that mean? Does that add a little pressure or a little, or is he going to really want to, maybe he will empty the clip on him. So I guess it could go either way, right?
Given the opportunity, that might happen. You got to be in that position, though. So the confidence, you're right, very high right now in Knoxville. I'd say less so in Gainesville. What do the next few weeks look like for Florida football and Florida athletics?
Yeah, those are two very interesting questions, the way you phrased that, because I do think that's important in all of this. I had a big column that got a lot of play, came out yesterday or day before it on 3, kind of shedding light on that this is not – the Gators do not just have a Billy Napier problem right now, and they do have an entire athletics department problem. This is something that folks in Tennessee are probably semi-familiar with based on before kind of the Danny Whites and the new administration came in. Right now, Billy Napier's time is over. It is. He's going to coach against Mississippi State. Maybe he'll get to the bye week and go through UCF. But there is not a path, I don't think, at all for him to salvage this and save his job. They can't afford not to fire him at this point, guys. That's kind of where they're at. Now, the separate conversation is kind of the political stuff that's going on within Florida's university. Ben Sass, the president, recently resigned. So then they bring in the interim. The interim is actually the former president, Kent Fox, who had basically retired and was in a faculty position role, just teaching engineering. He has now taken over. They want to have a new president, by the end of the year, but that's not a given. So now where does this go with the board of trustees? Who's kind of in charge? Is Scott Strickland, the athletics director, going to be allowed to make a third football hire after hiring Dan Mullen, that not working out? Hiring Billy Napier, this turning out to be a disaster. Florida has a real vacuum of leadership right now from a number of avenues and aspects, and so it does complicate all this. But Napier's days are done. It's just a matter of when, not if, and then it's kind of how do the rest of the dominoes fall.
I think he needs more time, Jesse. What do you,
Swain?
What?
I'm sure there's lots of SEC fans that feel the same way as you do, Jason. They're like, Gators, it's too soon. 5th coach in 12 years? No, you can't do that. No. No, but again, they can't afford not to fire. He's going to get $26 million, and that's a crazy buyout number. Obviously, it pales in comparison to the Jimbo deal from a year ago, but it's still a lot of money. And they're going to have Kiffin's name is going to be linked to this job from now until December, January, or whenever, however this is going to maybe play itself out. He will not be the only candidate. But it's just, guys, Florida has the depths at which they have receded to the middle of the pack in the SEC is rather remarkable, just considering, how this program views itself. And part of that problem, frankly, is kind of my column detailed. Encourage your folks to go read that at On 3, that there's kind of been an arrogance and hubris within this athletic department ever since Jeremy Foley retired. But before that too, it started before that. They were so slow on fundraising and facility upgrades and support, and so it was not. Frankly, to those in the know, it was not a surprise that Florida had kind of the NIL egg on their face with the whole Jaden Rashada saga, or that they've been slow on the transfer portal. It's just the Gator way was just kind of holier than thou sign of hubris, and now they're kind of really having to pay for it.
On3.com is where you can read the work from Jesse Simonton, including the column that he wrote over the weekend following Florida's loss against Texas A&M. With Billy Napier's days numbered there, Florida will come to Knoxville October 12th at Neyland Stadium. On3.com to read his work. Jesse, we appreciate the time as always. Always great to have you on the show, and hopefully we talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, boys.
Jesse Simonton, On 3, on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. Swain is looking out for the best interests, as you can tell, for his Gator brothers. Are you going to?
No, I'm not. I want them to feel like we felt.
Are you going to call off the bet with Chris Doering?
No, I think we'll double down. This is the time to do it.
Okay. We'll come back.
Kick him harder.
VFL Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We'll talk more Tennessee, Oklahoma. Brent Venables talking about Josh Heupel. We'll have a lot to get to between now and 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal presents FanDuel Football Fridays, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. Insight from all your favorite sports animal shows on the next day's Tennessee game. FanDuel Football Fridays on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Low T Center is not your typical doctor's office. Their physicians there specialize in treating low testosterone with customized therapy, or TRT, for each patient. This is important because if you do not feel like yourself, man, you're feeling tired, grumpy, lacking that motivation and drive, gaining weight, noticing a loss of muscle mass, it's time to get to the Low T Center and get your levels checked. It's a simple blood test, and because of their on-site lab, you're going to get those results back in about 25 minutes. The experts there at Low T Center have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results. Most health insurance is accepted for treatment. My favorite is the physician-monitored self-inject treatment plan. This is where they ship it right to your home each and every month without the need for you to go into the center for weekly visits. Also, you can get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. You can feel your best and you can look your best, like you did in high school. Go to the website. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
This has been a paid announcement.
I wake grateful every morning, grateful just to be, grateful for my life in Tennessee.
A song for Tennessee by Mike Stone.
Rocky Top rocks.
Rocky Top rocks.
Rocky Top rolls.
Rocky Top rolls.
With a joy that stills your heart and thrills your soul.
Rocky Top rocks. Rocky Top rolls. MikeStone.com, Spotify, iTunes, and all outlets.
Rocky Top rocks. Rocky Top rolls.
That's MikeStone.com.
Center RY 200-993, purchase price $98.29, Ultima RN 399,573, purchase price $23,621, 0% financing on select models, number on dealer based on July 2024 RDR report. All offers with approved credit cannot combine offers.
Ready, set, Omaha! Hey, Tennessee, Scott Drop for Oak Ridge Nissan, and it's football time at Oak Ridge Nissan. Want to score big? Get into a new Nissan Sentra for only $19,829, or Nissan Altima starting at $23,621. Or how about interest rates as low as 0% APR? Want to really stiff arm the competition? Free! If you got a trade, you got it made. Get up to $8,000 over Kelly Blue Book so we can pay it off no matter what you owe. So remember, more for yours plus less for ours equals you saving thousands of dollars. It's 3rd and goal on the one. No stopping now. So be a winner and make that 10-minute drive to Oak Ridge Nissan and save thousands of dollars. And that's why
You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
The best time of year is here. Football season is in full swing and basketball season is getting cranked up. Any winning team needs a good coach to help them build and execute a plan to be successful. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach and now financial advisor for Axiom Wealth Management. Your goals and dreams are attainable, but it's hard for anybody to do it alone. Get in touch with us today at axiom.nm.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation and let's coach you up so you and your family can win. Axiom Wealth Management is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
You know, it's hard to believe there was a point in time when having security was more of a status in the world today than it was actually protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your belongings. And then Feliner Security came on the scene, serving East Tennessee for more than 5 decades with a 24/7, 365 monitoring center. They have the quickest response rate across the city of Knoxville. Do you want affordable security to make sure that you're in the know when you may not be in the know? 544-9964 or online at FelinerSecurity.com.
This Friday morning at 9, visit 991thesportsanimal.com for this week's sweet deal. Get a family 4-pack to Cherokee Caverns Trick or Treat in the Caves for half price. Don't miss this one to Cherokee Caverns Trick or Treat in the Caves going live Friday at 9 a.m.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Final segment of hour number 2. More than an hour to go. Till Tyler and Will take over at 3 on the Sports Animal. We continue on AM 640, the Sports Monster as well. Kiffin won't go to Florida till the NIL gets figured out, David believes. Also thinking Kiffin might be waiting on Brian Kelly at LSU to implode.
Yeah, I don't see that being a huge step up for Kiffin. I mean,
Florida?
Well,
I imagine for Kiffin or any other coach, especially if they're going after a big-name coach who's in a good position making a ton of money already, they will need assurances that they will get what they need, what they demand from an NIL perspective and everything else.
I remember when Charlie Strong told us no. I remember all the no's we got, and those no's were valid because the alignment wasn't there from president to AD to coach. And if I am a candidate looking at Florida, I need to have that before I go because I can win with a strong NIL. I think Tennessee is proof that with alignment you can win. You can resurrect from the dead. And Tennessee's program at times was without a pulse, and so I need to know that. I think that's why Lane Kiffin said no to what we think are better jobs in Auburn and Texas A&M. I mean, I thought for sure he would have been there over Ole Miss, but hey, he has it going there. His kids are there. They're happy. He's happy, and he still has a chance to go win a championship. So for him to leave Ole Miss, it has to truly be better. I don't know if Florida's better right now. The brand is better on the outside, but inside the coaching circles, that's a nightmare.
Hearing what Jesse said last segment, Jesse Simonton talking about those issues at Florida, for Tennessee fans, that had to be a mixture of pleasurable to hear about all those issues.
Oh, that was great. I love that.
But also a little bit traumatic to bring back some of the old feelings that were inside.
No, that wasn't traumatic.
You didn't feel any trauma there?
That's my best part of the interview. My favorite part was when Jesse was sharing with us all the Florida problems.
I did get a kick out of sharing Bob's score Ford guess with Jesse because
he's like,
oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
45-13, Tennessee over Oklahoma.
I mean, Jesse said Tennessee has advantage skill positions, players. Jesse also said that Tennessee has the advantage in the trenches.
Where else are they playing?
I mean, well, that's it.
If we're better up front, better on the sides, better all around.
What do you think is going to happen? And it doesn't help, folks. Like, if you're making these score predictions, that's one thing. But if you watch the Oklahoma-Houston game, your score prediction will be influenced. You may add more points to Tennessee side and take more points away from Oklahoma side. Oklahoma was terrible in this game.
Terrible.
Against Houston.
Swain, I'll ask you again. Tennessee minus 40.5 against Oklahoma. Which side are you taking?
Oklahoma plus 40.5.
Okay, still negative. Dustin, to close out the hour, Jimbo to Florida. Let's get the rumor started. Jimbo Fisher, national championship pedigree. He also has this question. Let's see if you're positive or negative. Will this be the game where Tennessee's streak of holding opponents without an offensive touchdown is snapped? Will Oklahoma score an offensive touchdown this week?
Yeah, I think they probably will.
Negative.
I think they will. It's hard to hold. It's hard to hold a pretty good team. I think
if McCall didn't flutter one, NC State would have had a shot there.
Yeah,
but
I think I think these guys are a pretty good team.
Yeah. We'll continue there. Brent Venables, praise for Tennessee's head coach. You'll hear it coming up with another hour to go on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen here. Join me and my compadre, Chris Brockman, every Monday on the Overreaction Monday podcast.
A 2023 last place team will win a playoff game this year.
I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to be that team. If you gave me
safe bet.
If you said 2 last place teams, I might say that's an overreaction. Come react or overreact with us. This one makes it much easier. So thank you for making it easier.
Well, tune in next week.
Overreaction Monday, wherever you listen.
Josh, I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln, locally owned and operated every single day, focused on the customer experience, customer service, making sure they help you find exactly what you need, making sure you are taken care of in the process after the fact, when you leave the lot with your new vehicle, knowing that you're in good hands and they're there for you with any future need you have. They have great opportunities for you right now with the Fall for a Ford savings event that they have going on, featuring low interest rates, cash savings available for you right now, special financing on new 2024 Super Duty XL and XLTs. If you're looking for a truck, if you're looking for an SUV, for the Ford Bronco, now is a great time to go shop. With the many different options they have, that includes many certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from, they will help you find exactly what you are looking for. They've done that for me and my family on Parkside Drive, on Kingston Pike, and online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here. Football, college, and pro is officially back on Underdog Fantasy. Win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player stats like touchdowns, passing yards, and more. The Underdog Fantasy app interface is sleek and easy to look at and use. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with a promo code SPORTSTALK, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SPORTSTALK, to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 and over and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SPORTSTALK.
Twin City Nissan has 3 Nissan models under $20,000: Versa, Sentra, and Kicks. TwinCityNissan.com on the world-famous Airport Motor Mile. With approved credit cannot be combined with other offers. See dealer for details. It's 9/30/24.
It doesn't matter if your shopping list is a single item or as long as your arm. Chances are you'll find what you need at University Commons. Conveniently located in the heart of Knoxville near the intersection of Kingston Pike and Volunteer Boulevard and within walking distance of the UT campus. At University Commons, you'll find tons of top-shelf retail stores, and it's the place to be on UT Football Saturdays. Check out the great shops and restaurants at University Commons. Close to everything, nowhere near common.
Since 1978, Chancey & Reynolds has serviced all HVAC brands, and they feature York equipment for new installations. They're the big dog of heating and cooling because maintaining your home's comfort is what they do. If you need service or repair on your HVAC, they can do that. If your heating and air unit needs to be replaced, they can do that. If your ducts need cleaning, they do that too. Chancey & Reynolds, your York dealer, 865-525-5076 or chanceyreynolds.com.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson, Ted Russell Nissan. How about Ted Russell Nissan's lifetime warranty? Not $100,000, nope. Not $200,000, nope. But a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. And for the record, you can maintenance it anywhere you like. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Jim Rome with a Sports Minute, sponsored by Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. Hey, Philly fan. Uh-oh! Even for the Eagles, last night was absolutely brutal. Even for head coach Nick Sirianni, that was a terrible loss. And at this point, nobody should even be surprised when the rock, paper, scissors led Eagles melt down in disastrous fashion. I'm Jim Rome.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from one Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. 2 down, 1 to go. Getting closer to Tennessee and Oklahoma on Saturday night. Under the lights, 7:30. You got your jacket packed?
Jacket's
probably pretty
95 degrees during the day.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, man.
It'd be pretty cool there this time of year.
I'm gonna need some Pedialyte during the day.
Now looks like it's down to 93 as a projected temperature.
It won't be 93 at 7:30 p.m. So we good. We're all good.
I think we decided yesterday it's going to feel like 39. 1939.
I hope so.
The last time Tennessee had this long of a streak, keeping teams out of the end zone on offense. It's at 4 games. Now, the previous high streak was 15. It was quite a time there in the late 30s when General Neyland had them rolling like that. But 15 straight games, keeping the opposing team's offense out of the end zone. Tennessee at 4 games and trying to make it 5 this weekend at Oklahoma.
Hey, well, Oklahoma start singing Toby Keith. Are we going to sing along too during the game?
You can.
I got to know the words to sing along, brother.
I think they've got pretty good stadium Wi-Fi. Look it up real quick. Or save as a PDF ahead of time.
Gotcha. Thanks for the advice.
Swain will be on the sideline. We're going to hear Brent Venables' high praise for Josh Heupel. What he said about Josh Heupel as a player, I think, does explain a lot with what he's done as a coach, leading Tennessee's program. Before that, we did have a question in the text box meant to address earlier. With the news today, Tennessee will increase football ticket prices starting in 2025. That will include a 10% talent fee. So Tennessee decided we're going to announce the increase in price and be transparent for what the use will be, a 10% talent fee to plan for the revenue share that will be coming, most likely in 2025, as they still have some details to work out with that settlement. But to help pay the players in the future, we were asked if Swain gets a percentage of that talent fee that Tennessee will be charging. My assumption is yes, but can you confirm or deny that?
I hope. That's my transparent answer for you. I hope.
So not that you've been told, but yes, you would accept given the opportunity.
I don't turn down money in most cases. Not all money is good money,
right?
But in most cases, I usually say thank you.
Yeah, for years I used to joke, I'm not a college athlete. You can pay me anytime you want to. Now we can just say college athlete or not. But that was the news item of the day, the ticket price increase starting in 2025.
Honestly, I didn't say that when I was a college athlete. I said, shh.
Is that why you were so willing to shake hands walking around town saying hello to everybody?
I was trying to shake anybody's hand that wanted to shake it. More handshakes, the better.
There'll be some handshakes to watch in Norman this week. Josh Heupel will be back at Oklahoma, where he helped lead them to a national championship 24 years ago when Bob Stoops was trying to get that program going. Bob Stoops took over. They were trying to return Oklahoma to its glory, and Josh Heupel helped make that happen. Brent Venables was on the defensive staff when Josh Heupel arrived. He actually told an interesting story today that Venables and maybe another coach, they really wanted Akili Smith, who was a good college quarterback. He went to Oregon, was terrific, high draft pick, bust in the NFL, but great college quarterback. And Mike Leach said, no, I don't want to bring him in. I want Heupel. And Venables admitted, I didn't see it with Heupel. He was wrong on that one. But he offered high praise for what Josh Heupel brought to Oklahoma's program as a quarterback, helping change the culture and the leadership. Just hear what Brent Venables, Oklahoma's head coach, said today about Josh Heupel and the impact he made at Oklahoma.
Josh, amazing, work ethic and humility. Same guy every day. Didn't try to be anybody that he wasn't. Incredible, again, humility, respect for his teammates. But he bridged, and I don't know what the culture was like before we got here, so it's not really fair for me to say that he changed it, other than there was some brokenness, and he brought people together, and he was able to relate to people regardless of what they come from. And that's a cool thing about a locker room, but sometimes it's not as easy to get it to mesh, everybody from all the different backgrounds and whatnot, but it was for him. And he led the way. Offense to defense is one of his best friends was Torrance Marshall, and is still to this day. And if you know Torrance, and he went to South Dade High School and South Miami, and of course Josh is from Aberdeen, and they couldn't come from two completely different environments. And to watch those guys pretty quickly bond and become friends and help the locker room, amongst others. There was plenty of guys that helped create a culture, but Josh led the way. And so he's always been a leader, and again, he's always had this innate ability to have great poise, great focus, but also have some fun. That that competitive balance that allows you to be loose and confident and precise.
That's Oklahoma head coach Brent Venables talking today about Josh Heupel, the quarterback who led the way, Venables said, for what they were able to accomplish, winning a national title in 2000. Heupel was a Heisman finalist, was a big-time player there. That's why he's a legend at Oklahoma. But what he was saying there toward the end, the poise, the confidence, the ability to connect. We think of Josh Heupel, the offensive coach. I mean, that's largely what he is, but he runs a program now. And he has helped build a defense that is being talked about as much as the offense now, rightfully so. I think that has carried over to why he's been successful as a head coach, being able to connect and lead, be ultra competitive, but recognize the fun. He was talking about that last week, wasn't he, with the celebration he had in that NC State game, the fun that has to be a part of what they're doing as competitive and as they work hard at the same time.
Yeah, he said he was a kid at heart.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had to force myself to not see red and, listen to it. And it's really cool to kind of get a account of Josh Heupel, the player, from coach's perspective and how he was when he was instrumental in kind of turning that thing around and helping shape the culture, his personality as a quarterback, and that team following him. It kind of explains why he's been able to do it here as a coach, because you can change, you can change through life. Like we change, we become, hopefully better versions of ourselves each and every day. Sometimes events happen in life where, we're worse. But I think at the core, I'll give you an example, like John Summerall. He's always been a good dude, even when I was a teammate of his, and it's no secret why he's having success now as a coach. Well, Josh Heupel seemed like he was a really great dude then. Kudos to his dad and his mom for raising him that way, because it only allowed him to build on what he already was and now be an adult, a leader of men that has helped create a culture that is one of the most exciting brands of football and college football that's made such a big impact on this community, because we know football is king. It's really cool to kind of hear Brent Venables talk about the young Josh Heupel in that way. Now, I don't want to see any kumbaya moments before the game, Josh. Boy, I don't want to see it, okay? I just want to see a simple handshake. You go coach your side, we go coach our side. I don't want to see any ha-ha-ha and key-key-keying and hugs, and I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see that stuff, all right? I don't want to see it. It's football time. It ain't hugging time. I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to see it, Josh.
I think that's a T-shirt. It's football time. It ain't hugging time.
I don't want to see none of that stuff. I don't want to see that mushy stuff before the game.
I want to see some Oklahoma folks come over, go in for the clasp handshake, bring it in for a hug, and Swain comes running over to break it up.
No, break this up.
None of that.
Get back. Social distancing. Now, get back. 6 feet, get back.
You start shouting at Venables and Seth Littrell, you take your red butt back over to that sideline.
No. Y'all can FaceTime later. We ain't doing that right now. We about to get it on.
This is football time.
It's football time. It ain't hugging time.
Hugging time. Okay.
Nah, it was good to hear Venables, though.
The history of the sport also has so many incredible stories. There is a different scenario where they go all in on Akili Smith and he's the quarterback there, and maybe they win a title, maybe they don't, and Josh Heupel goes somewhere else. It's crazy the stories that you can go back and find. Because Akili was a big-time player, but they went with Josh Heupel. They won a national championship. There's another universe where he's the head coach at Oklahoma, but he's not. And Tennessee is the beneficiary of him being at UT, not at Oklahoma.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
And I promise, there are a lot of Oklahoma fans that are dreading this game, not only because of the result that might come Saturday night if Tennessee goes in there and wins, but the feeling they will have knowing he could be doing that for them, not to them.
That's too bad. That is too bad, Oklahoma fans, because he's here.
He's here?
And we just paid him more money than what we were paying him before he got here. Family seems pretty happy. And he getting all the support he needs to be successful.
And they announced today they're going to make sure his players are paid too.
That's right. So maybe you can go hire Mississippi State's coach. He went to OU too. Try with somebody else.
A Toledo game this past week.
He might be available sooner than you think.
Yeah. Paul says, Jason got to regulate coach. Keep an eye on him this week. David asking if Bob Stoops will be at the game. I'm sure he'll be there up in a box. He's declined media interviews this week.
So during the game I saw where Josh Heupel was kind of getting close to the field, and there's a get-back coach to keep him off the field so he won't get a 15-yard penalty. A sideline warning. I think we got one. Well, I think NC State. I think we got a sideline warning.
Yeah.
I am a get-back coach for different reasons. So when coaches try to come in and be all nice to Heupel before the game, handshake and hug it out, get back. No.
You're just the get guy.
Go on and get out of here. Get. That's how you talk to a stray dog when they come to your yard. Get, man. Go on now. Get up out of here. Get. That's me.
No hugging on Saturday.
I don't want to see Bob Stoops come over there. Hey, Josh, sorry about misspelling your name. Get on out of here. Get. We got our game faces on.
Kumbaya yourself right on over there.
That's right.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900, right here on Josh and Swain.
Hey, folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Ski of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. When you're looking to make your next car purchase, think about these things. Rusty Wallace Kia's fantastic selection. We've got more cars on the ground than we've had in years. Think about the incredible warranty with our exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. And think about the excellent service before, during, and after the sale. You'll get it all when you choose Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Hey, it's Ainge with my go-to local roofing company, Smith Roofing and Exteriors. Owner Chris Smith is here with a special announcement about what time it is here in Tennessee.
Hey, Eric, we are proud to partner with you and love our balls. When it comes to the Smith team, every season is roofing season. So for us, it's always roofing time in Tennessee. And we are proud to be your Big Orange roofer right here in Big Orange Country. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and decks. And don't play games when it comes to making sure the job is done right the first time.
Speaking of your home, my family and I, we love going to the games at the stadium, but there's some special about watching from the comfort of your home and knowing the roof over your head is safe and secure.
We couldn't agree more, Eric. From Crossville to Sevierville and everywhere in between. Get your fast, free, no obligation estimate by calling 865-568-6169 or visit BigOrangeRoofer.com.
Choose Smith Roofing and Exteriors to be your family's trusted Big Orange roofer.
News podcasts ad-free? Good news! With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts included with your Prime membership. Enjoy shows like The Daily, Up First, and Consider This, available ad-free on Amazon Music. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free or go to amazon.com/ad-free. That's amazon.com/ad-free to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Want to know what it means to be driven? Check out the Weather Guard work crew at Bristol Motor Speedway September 20th and 21st. These hard-charging, overdriving, safety, and ops professionals put in 110% to make sure race days run like a well-oiled machine. Driven is what defines the Weather Guard work crew, and it's what defines Weather Guard manufacturing back in Crystal Lake, Illinois. They're driven to make the best truck and van equipment in the business. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We're going to hand out our Attaboy today. It's an Attagirl, in fact. Attaboys and Attagirls every day, thanks to the Native Nursery, getting ready for Tennessee and Oklahoma. Jay Busby of Yahoo coming up at 2:30. Right now we say hello to Barry. Barry, appreciate you calling in. Good afternoon. What's on your mind?
Hey, I just wanted to talk to Mr. Swain there, Jason, about a wide receiver position, if I could, for a minute.
Absolutely. What's up?
Well, 40 years ago, watching the Johnny Major shows, he said something that really stuck to me, Coach Majors. He was talking about his wide receiver, and he had made a catch down the field. And when it came time to give the referee to the ball, he handed the ball backwards. And Johnny, no, never do that. He said, you either make the ref come and get the ball or you hand the ball forward to the ref, but never hand the ball back. Because it's a game of yards, but it comes to inches. And I was wondering if you ever heard that or if that is a good advice, from Coach Majors. But, now I know that you're able to review and look at a yardage marker, at least in the NFL. I'm not sure how much they do that in college. But, as far as, being short, inches, and sometimes it comes down to the mark. But he was preaching never hand that ball backwards. Make the ref come and get it, hold it there where you're at, or you can hand it to him forward, but never backwards.
Yeah,
I can anything
see,
like that?
Yeah, I can see where Coach Majors is coming from. I've never been told that. I've never heard of that. I mean, I know that when we see a ball carrier run, let's say for 12 yards or whatever, and it's 3rd and 16, and it's always fascinating to me to see how a ref who's behind the play can know where the ball is. And so when you get up, don't try to meet that ref. Stay right there. Let that ref come to you to spot that football. So I get it. I understand that. It makes total sense. I just never have been told that by any coach at any level.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking to the receivers down there, mention that down there. Also, I noticed the other day when we thought we had the pass and the defensive lineman ran down towards the end zone, possible to score, and of course it was ruled an incomplete pass or it wasn't a fumble. But when he got ready to give the ball to the ref, for some reason it ended up coming out of his hand and bouncing on the ground instead of giving it to the ref. And I'm wondering, can you work a ref in the game? Can you can you, you don't want the ref chasing the ball around or whatever. Should you be nice to the ref or go out of your way to get to build that, or can that even help you on the field? You know the play I'm talking about?
I'm not familiar with that play. Not off the top of my head.
Barry, appreciate the call. I don't remember that exact instance, but to the question of, you don't want to agitate the refs.
No, absolutely not.
With Tennessee, with its offense and the attempt to go fast throughout most of the game offensively, you want to make sure you have the ball in control to the ref, get it set so you can keep going as quickly as possible.
This was probably the first time that I can remember in a long time where I've seen one of our receivers make a play and, get up and do anything else besides go sprint and give the ball to the ref. Chaz Nimrod made a catch across the middle in the goal line area. If he would stayed up, he would have scored, but he gets up and he signals first down. And I was like, that's the first time I've seen that, because our receivers are told, get off that ground, go give the ball to the ref as soon as possible so we can get the ball spotted and we can get down. That's what we do here at Tennessee. If you are a ball carrier, tight end, running back, receiver, when you're down, you get up, get the ball to the referee as soon as possible. We don't have any time to do anything else. And so it's different. It's different than when I played. I had time to get up, say something to the DB, leave the ball on the ground. Honestly, I didn't have to give the ball to the ref. I leave it right there. The ref's job is to get the ball. He can spot it. I was going back to the huddle to chill for about 25 seconds.
Turn around, tell the defensive coordinator, find yourself a new defensive back. This guy can't cover me.
I was in the moment, okay?
Okay.
It was heat of the
Charlie
moment.
Strong, is that correct?
It was heat of the moment.
Okay.
It was heat of the moment. That's not me, Josh. That's not.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, that's not me.
I wouldn't think so. You're more of a hugger, kumbaya guy.
I've never done that before or after that moment. So it was in the moment.
Okay. We're out of moments for this segment. Still to come, Jay Busby of Yahoo Sports. He'll join us when we come back. And Atta Girl, it'll go to a Lady Vol on today's show. Coming up as well, thanks to the Native Nursery. With you for another 30 minutes on Josh and Swain.
Now you can text the sports animal. Try it out. 865-656-9900. Text us. 865-656-9900. That's 865-656-9900 to text the sports animal.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Heupel. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Heupel team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the sports animal.
The University of Tennessee plans to raise the price of football tickets to fund a proposed revenue share for its student athletes. Current settlement projections suggest that institutions will be able to share revenue with their student athletes as early as next July. Fans will notice an additional 10% talent fee on all ticket invoices beginning with next season's football ticket renewals. The university plans on using this fee to help fund the proposed revenue share for student athletes. Major League Baseball games tonight at 6:45. The Orioles host the Giants. Braves visit the Reds. Dodgers take on the Marlins. Guardians host the Twins. Red Sox visit the Rays. Just after 7, the Nationals visit the Mets. At 7:45, Royals host the Tigers. A's visit the Cubs. Phillies take on the Brewers. Cardinals face the Pirates. Just after 8, Blue Jays visit the Rangers. At 8:40, the Diamondbacks visit the Rockies. At 9:45, White Sox take on the Angels. Astros get the Padres. Mariners host the Yankees. Tennessee Smokies begin a best-of-3 playoff series against Birmingham tonight at Smoky Stadium at 7 o'clock. I'm Joel Silverberg.
99.1 The Sports Animal presents FanDuel Football Friday, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. Insight from all your favorite sports animal shows on the next day's Tennessee game. FanDuel Football Fridays on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Do you need stuff that you need gone? Give a buzz to Jumpy Gone. Created right here in Knoxville, we've been serving the community for the past 20 years. Full service, driveway dumpsters, document shredding, and demolition. We can make pools, hot tubs, swing sets, pianos, sheds, single wides, TVs, and even the kitchen sink be gone. Give us a buzz at 865-675-5865 or online at jumpygon.biz.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. When you buy a new Nissan from Knoxville's Nissan Leader, we'll warranty it for as long as you can drive it. Now, every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Need to add a little fun to your life? You need to stop by Games and Things today. We have everything you want to make your home the fun place to be. Pool tables from Brunswick and Olhausen, your favorite classic arcade games, as well as Golden Tee Golf and virtual pinball, shuffleboard, skee ball, air hockey, table tennis, darts, and the largest selection of quality bar stools and home theater seating in East Tennessee. Located at the corner of Kingston Pike and Lovell Road, and online at ourgameroom.com. Games and Things, because life should be fun.
With the election right around the corner, many are experiencing anxiety about their financial future. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach and now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management.
And I'm Daniel Ramsey, financial advisor with Axiom.
Some say the markets will crash if one candidate wins. Others say stocks suffer in an election year.
Let us help you sort out fact from fiction and cut through the noise when it comes to your financial planning.
Call us today or head to axiom.nm.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation. Axiom Wealth Management is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
Save more than ever on all remaining new 2024 Cadillacs during the model year end event at Cadillac of Knoxville, where you'll get as low as 2.9% financing on select new Cadillac models. And our inventory has never been better with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Visit Cadillac of Knoxville or shop CadillacofKnoxville.com.
Well-qualified buyers when financed with Cadillac Financial. Monthly payment is $29.04 for every $1,000 you finance. Some customers will not qualify. Ends 9/30/24.
Stay comfortable all year long by becoming a member of the Chancey & Reynolds Comfort Club. Members get 2 seasonal checkups, one in the heating and one in the cooling seasons. Discounts on services and priority for service calls. And you'll be prepared for a cold winter, a hot summer, or anything in between. For details, call 865-525-5076 or ChanceyReynolds.com. Chancey & Reynolds, your York HVAC contractor.
Big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog. Chancey & Reynolds.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carbon One. Frazier's massive in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and that means big savings for you. Frazier's always keeps hundreds of thousands of square feet of the best-selling carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, and more in stock every day. Plus, no money down and free financing for an entire year. So call 546-4850 for a free in-home estimate. If you're even thinking about going to one of the big box stores for new carpet, think again and come to Frazier's. Apples to apples, I guarantee it. Frazier's will beat the big box stores. And no money down and free financing for an entire year? Make it easy. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
We'll continue to track some scattered showers and downpours as we head throughout your Tuesday afternoon. High temperatures still going to be well below average as we're back into the low 70s with a nice breeze out there, which will make it feel cooler at times. But don't forget the rain jacket and the umbrella as you're stepping out the door with another batch of rain this evening. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Twin City Nissan has 3 Nissan models under $20,000, Versa, Sentra, and Kicks. TwinCityNissan.com on the world-famous Airport Motor Mile. With approved credit cannot be combined with other offers. See dealer for details. It's 9/30/24.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward as we continue with Oklahoma Week. Tennessee at Oklahoma on Saturday. College Game Day will be there. ABC, big national primetime coverage. Swain will be there as well on the sideline with the Vol Network for the game. And joining us now.
Who cares if all those people are going to be there? The only question I have is Jay Busby going to be there?
Jay Busby is a busy man. We have located him. We found him. He is on the Stanley Fencing Gates hotline. Jay, you've been to France. You've been getting ready for a book to come out in the next year, finishing touches on that. Can we get you to Norman, Oklahoma to cover a big game on Saturday night? Josh Heupel going back to Norman, Oklahoma as well.
Oh, I wish so much that I would be there. I'm so jealous of Swain, but I'm going to be in Atlanta on my couch, not doing crap, but watching the Vols.
It's not bad, actually, that deal.
That ain't bad, Jay.
Yeah.
That is not bad.
Because if we compare Jay Busby's bedtime to Swain's bedtime, we'll tell you which one Swain would pick on that one as well. The buzz is it's growing even, Jay, with this game, with what Tennessee is. Tennessee's the number 6 team in the country. What do you think of that storyline as well? So the two proud programs, Tennessee with national championship hopes, first SEC game, and then there's also the storyline of Josh Heupel, who was the quarterback of a national championship winning team at Oklahoma in 2000, making a return trip to Norman this week.
I mean, there's so much. This is what makes college football so great. I mean, all due respect to the NFL and the kind of sleek professionalism, but when you've got this kind of combination of stories, homecoming plus Oklahoma coming into the SEC plus Tennessee trying to prove itself and prove that it is a legitimate national championship contender. I mean, you can't beat that. So it all works together. We all know that in college football that what happens on the field is only about a half or a third of the overall story. And this is just such a tremendous weekend for that. There's going to be so much heading into it, so much coming out of it. Like I say, I mean, I'm watching on the couch. Swain's going to be on the sideline there. We're both going to have a great time because there's so much to watch for.
What's the stronger lead, stronger headline? Is it Heupel returning, or is it Oklahoma entering the league for the first game?
That's a good question. I would probably go, nationally. I would go with Oklahoma returning, but Heupel going back to the Sooners and seeing what getting a look at what it's like now, how it's changed now, the fact that they are in the SEC. I mean, that's a great storyline in itself. But at the moment, everything is so tumultuous in college football that when we have one of these big moments, welcoming Oklahoma to the SEC, that's going to be one of those landmark moments that I think people are going to want to pay attention to because, it's kind of a put up or shut up moment for Oklahoma. You wanted this, you wanted to be here. Here's your first test. Congratulations, you get the number 6 team. See if you can take a punch to the face.
Jay Busby is with us, Yahoo Sports. You mentioned you're in Atlanta, so we're 3 weeks into the college season. Week 2 of the NFL wrapped up last night. That was quite a finish. They needed that too, didn't they? The Falcons get a road victory, so Philly's upset, I'm sure, today. Atlanta, a little bit of relief with that comeback by Kirk Cousins in the final drive.
Yeah, I mean, you would not be if someone said, all right, one team is going to make a horrifically stupid play on third down and is going to cost themselves a chance to win the game, and the other team's going to march right down, plow right through the defense and score a touchdown, and then hold it defensively, you would have said, oh, yeah, obviously it's the Falcons that are going to lose that game. There's no way the Falcons are going to be the team that has their act together and wins that game. But they did. They did. I mean, Atlanta looked so flat against Pittsburgh, particularly in the second half in week 1, and they looked so much more poised on that final drive. That's the kind of thing, it's a dangerous thing, but that's the kind of thing that gives Falcons fans hope because we've been hearing in Atlanta for so long about how Kirk Cousins is rejuvenating the offense, how Raheem Morris is rejuvenating the entire team. You finally see it come to fruition in that final drive last night, and you think, all right, well, maybe this wasn't all just talk. Maybe there's something more here to it than just the usual preseason blather.
Something looks off about Aaron Rodgers. He just doesn't look the same to me. Do you think this is it for Aaron? You think he has the same ability to lead a team to deep in the playoffs?
Well, I'm gonna give you a list of all of the quarterbacks of his age who have been successful. Tom Brady, and Tom Brady. That is it. It is a one-man list. And so, yeah, Rodgers is right there with him. If you were making, take all the off-field stuff out. If you're making a list, a Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, you could make a case for Rodgers in terms of pure talent to be up there amongst the top quarterbacks of all time. Not in terms of his off-field, not in terms of his Super Bowl rings, but in terms of pure talent. But time comes for everybody, and Rodgers had that whole year layoff, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and it might be happening now. If he regresses, he's perhaps just an average to a very good quarterback. But considering where he was, it's a steep fall for him.
Hey, Jay, we're 2 weeks in, so this might be an overreaction. Jay Busby, Yahoo Sports with us. What do we think of an early MVP race with Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold? Is that how it'll play out for the next 16 weeks? What do you think?
My editor has a great line about this. He says the overreaction in the NFL, the overreaction is the reaction, meaning whatever we think at the moment, just roll with it because it's the NFL. We're not supposed to be calm and measured. We're not, the Fed judging whether to raise or lower interest rates. This is supposed to be fun, so have fun with it. So, yes, absolutely. I mean, the absolute ass-kicking that the Saints and Derek Carr put on the Cowboys, that's an MVP performance right there. Right? That puts him right in the front. Baker Mayfield has looked great. Sam Darnold just unbelievably has resuscitated his career through 2 games. Yes, when it gets to October, all 3 of these guys might have pooped the bed, to put it in the FCC-approved way. But for now, yeah, you got 3 quarterbacks that are looking really, really good that everybody had written off all 3 of them not too long ago.
The Browns used to be like the laughingstock of the NFL, but it seems like that's the Carolina Panthers. Any sunlight or daylight at the end of the tunnel you see for the Panthers?
No, none. I mean, it's bad. It is bad. This is what's fascinating to me is, you may have seen that video of Tom Brady criticizing young quarterbacks and saying that they didn't learn a pro-style offense. That may or may not be true, but just go back and look at a couple of old videos, and by old I mean like 2 or 3 years, of Bryce Young at Alabama. The guy knows how to play quarterback. The guy has the ability to play quarterback. For whatever reason, his skills are not being used. His size may be an issue. The entire environment may be an issue. But and it would not surprise me because everything about Carolina is dysfunctional right now, from the usage of the quarterback to the way that the owner behaves when he gets criticized. Just top to bottom, the only reason why this is not a bigger story is that Carolina is not the biggest market. But before long, they're heading straight toward Washington Commanders territory, and that's not a place you want to be in the NFL.
Yeah, Jay, you were in the building when Tennessee beat Alabama 52-49 at Neyland Stadium a couple of years ago.
Yes.
It was an amazing game. Tennessee's crowd affected Alabama. Not Bryce Young, though. He was spectacular that night. Hendon Hooker's team just beat Bryce's by 3 points. To see Bryce operate everything the way that he did, despite the issues in Carolina, I didn't see him struggling this way, this badly so far.
Yeah, I mean that's why you got to wonder. I mean that Tennessee game, we were all 3 there. We all met for the first time. That was a tremendous game. So much fun to watch just from every angle. And you're right, to see Bryce Young go from the guy who was in complete control at Alabama. You remember that 4 overtime Iron Bowl win back in 2021. He was absolutely a master, and to see him just look like he's just completely lost and overwhelmed. I mean, I'm not trying to be reductionist here, but it's like when we all played like youth sports and you've got an 8-year-old kid and they're playing with 12-year-olds. He just looks overwhelmed. He looks like the game is bigger than him. Some of that may be physical, but some of it is just the way that he's being prepared and coached.
Jay Busby, Yahoo Sports. Jay, anything to plug out the door before we let you go?
Just NFL and college football coverage over at Yahoo at the moment. I've got that new book coming out, but I'm keeping that under wraps for now. And we'll talk more about that later on. But yeah, we're just rolling right through the NFL and the college football season. Come hang with us there. It is a very good time.
A story to keep an eye on. Swain has said he doesn't want to see any pregame hugs and how you doings with Josh Heupel and all his friends at Oklahoma. So you might have a story of a sideline reporter breaking all the kumbaya up. So there might be something there on Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Get in there, get a video of it, shoot it over to me. We'll get it out. Yeah. Sideline reporter busts heads as Tennessee and Oklahoma try to make nice. We'll have 1 million views. We'll all reap the benefits of that one.
Absolutely. We'll get you the clicks this weekend, Jay. We'll get them to you for sure.
I'm 100% with you on that one. Just stay apart. Have your happy hugs after the game. Beforehand, stay apart.
Good. Hey, Jay, thank you for the time as always. Great to talk to you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Look forward to it, my friends. Take care.
Jay Busby, Yahoo Sports, joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
Oh, while watching Oklahoma play Tulane and Houston, I did make an observation.
Okay.
Have you seen their grass at OU? You see the field?
It's gotten a lot of attention. Yeah.
Is it September or is it December?
It looks like something's wrong. Yeah.
You can't be in the SEC with the grass looking like that.
No, that's AAC grass.
Like, you need to get over there to Dickens or something. That ain't going to work.
Yeah.
That grass is terrible.
Yeah. No, it's gotten a lot of complaints. There have been some concerns issued.
You better not get our players hurt with that.
That's what people are talking about.
With that, whatever you want to call that. It is September. Shouldn't be looking like that. A multi-million-dollar operation over there. Get some seed. Get some fertilizer. What's going on over there in Oklahoma? It's not SEC grass quality. We'll teach you a thing or two.
Are they not aware that it means more?
It means more
in the
here.
SEC.
It means a lot more.
We have a little bit more for you. One more segment to go on Josh and Swain, and add a girl to hand out thanks to the Native Nursery when we come back right here on Josh and Swain.
At Carnes Vision, our caring team, including Dr. Shane Presson, Dr. Michelle Presson, and Dr. Kate Allen, provide full-service eye care using the latest technology to make sure you have the best and most accurate experience. Patients rely on Carnes Vision to provide personalized eye care, and we take our time with each patient to ensure they're receiving the best possible treatment. Trust your eyes to Carnes Vision Center, now accepting both scheduled routine appointments and emergency care visits. To schedule your appointment, visit carnesvision.com.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Pre-owned Patrol, please report the status of your stakeout.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Although I was told there would be an actual steak. Over.
That's a negative.
Well, as long as I can help folks get the best value for their trade, then I'm good.
Nick, we've got a code, 1212.
Is that a code for a donut run? Because I already took care of that. Over.
Okay, Nick, it's time to get serious. I've located a high-quality pre-owned vehicle that you're going to want to take a look at. It's a 2021 Ford F-150, and it's in great condition. Over.
Say no more. I'm on my way.
Have you reached the target? Over.
Yep, and it's absolute beauty. We've hit the jackpot. Check out this 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum for just $48,995. Come see us today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive, or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net. Stock number KP98714. Price excludes $795 dealer fee. State and local tax, tag registration, and title fees. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/2024.
No way was that last night.
Morgan Wallen Live. One night at a time, 2024. September 22nd and second show added Friday, September 20th. Neyland Stadium with Hardy. And Ernest.
I need something you prove.
Morgan Wallen.
I'ma need some whiskey glasses.
Both shows on sale now at livenation.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Ulta Beauty's 21 Days of Beauty event is back. From now until September 19th, score over 200 daily beauty steals at 50% off in every category. And check Ulta.com daily to get them all before they're gone. Take 50% off bestsellers from brands like Estee Lauder and Supergoop. Plus, say hello to new finds from brands like Dyson and Sol de Janeiro. And Ilia is now at Ulta Beauty in select stores and online. Shop in-store at Ulta.com or try pickup today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply while supplies last.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh,
don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain, our final segment today. We appreciate you hanging out with us. If you want to go back and listen to any of the show, any of our shows, anytime, search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcast. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify. We have the WNML app with the podcast section. You can always listen to our show on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Every day here on the show, we hand out Attaboys and Attagirls. We do that thanks to the Native Nursery, which is available for contractors and landscapers as your one-stop destination. How about an Attagirl to Lady Vol, Peyton Chapman, Tennessee's outside hitter on the volleyball team, who earned SEC Freshman of the Week honors, Swain, for the second consecutive week. She's making it the Peyton Chapman Award. So for the second time in a row, SEC Freshman of the Week honors go to Peyton Chapman, a native of Castle Rock, Colorado, as I read from UT. Posted a pair of double-digit kill performances. You should get more into volleyball. They hand out kills in the stat sheet.
I was just making the correlation with another newcomer that hit Rocky Top blazing from the state of Colorado. Don Connect.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Tennessee is an everything school and an everywhere school, because they bring in stars from all over. On the season, Chapman has 60 kills, 18 blocks, 16 digs, 5 aces. They might have the best stat category in all sports.
Aces and kills.
Aces, kills, blocks, and digs in volleyball.
Yeah.
Peyton Chapman, second week in a row, earning SEC Freshman of the Week honors. So she gets our Attagirl today and every day. We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls thanks to the Native Nursery, open for contractors and landscapers, your one-stop destination offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. They'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or a landscaper, make the Native Nursery your go-to location today. Located at 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. It's a great local company, the Native Nursery. You can call them at 865-310-3256. Before hitting the power pole to close things out, in the YouTube chat, Boom Boom Brian calls for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns for Dylan Sampson this week at Oklahoma. And Jamie asks, 300, why not? Do you think Tennessee facing Clemson and their defense in the bowl game will help us with the defensive scheme that Oklahoma has? It would have been a different staff. Venables was already at Oklahoma at the end of the 22 season.
No, I mean, I think Heupel and Venables, know what each other wants to do. And,
yeah, there's just in general a lot of familiarity with the two sides.
Well, but it's getting your players to do what they're coached to do. And that's the name of the game. Who can do that the best?
We will be back tomorrow to talk Tennessee, Oklahoma. We'll see if the average margin of predictions will grow even larger.
No, they'll tighten up.
You think so?
Yeah, they did 2 weeks ago, NC State.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll be curious. Our score for guests today, Bob said 45-13, Tennessee over Oklahoma. Swain, we are 3 weeks in. The games really begin here coming up over the next couple of weeks. We have our top 5 in the SEC through 3 weeks of football. You want to hit us with your top 5?
Yeah, for sure. I got Missouri outside the top 5. I got Ole Miss at 5. I got the Vols at 4. I still have Alabama, Georgia, and Texas ahead of us. And I'm going with Georgia at 3, Bama at 2, Texas at 1.
You a little concerned about Georgia?
No, I'm not concerned. I just think they were playing with their foot a little too much against Kentucky, and so they drop a little bit down. And I think if you're Kirby Smart, this is perfect, man. You can humble your players and use this as motivation.
It is weird that they've struggled in their opening road games the last few years. They had the close call against Auburn a year ago. They had that close call against Missouri on the road, close call at Kentucky this past weekend. So if anything, maybe we should move Georgia up based on that performance.
That's true.
The margin is very close among all these teams. It'll play out when they face each other as the season goes along. I have Ole Miss number 5, just like you. I have Bama number 4, which feels way too low. It's dangerous putting them down there. I have Tennessee number 3. I have Georgia number 2. I have Texas number 1.
Oh, man, I'm a negative-all.
What?
I would be
That's been
ashamed.
pretty obvious for a while, but
I would be ashamed of myself.
There's a reason some have called you Bama Swain.
I haven't heard that.
I'll bet nobody's called you that twice.
I haven't heard that before, Josh. Not in person.
I'm gonna slide over here.
Yeah, you might want to
create a little more social distancing.
All right, I got a nice arm. I can throw something at you.
Hope that coffee's cooled off. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. Thanks for all the interaction on today's show. We will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock to keep it going. Halfway through Oklahoma week coming up tomorrow afternoon. Joel Silverberg producing. Thank you, and thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal presents FanDuel Football Friday, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. Insight from all your favorite Sports Animal shows on the next day's